Hey, what's up? Welcome to My Taste in Music Sucks, the show where every single week myself and Christopher Icon sit down and talk about music, pick an album, and we talk about it. By the way, I'm Keith, in case you were wondering if you haven't been here before. And man, this week I chose
A
Southern,
mess.
Southern Rock Opera by the Drive-By Truckers, which is possibly one of the most ambitious albums of all time. It's definitely the densest album that we have ever freaking tackled. Like
Man,
this
I
is
don't know
really something.
if dense is the right word for it. It's
Yeah.
uh, there's a lot going on in this album.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was like, okay, it's not glorifying the South, but it was definitely letting people know, oh, I'm from the South. We got a
Yeah.
swagger. But almost in the exact same song, it would flip on its head to
Right.
maybe even something darker,
Right.
something just an interesting album. I was left going, what the am I listening to? In a
Right.
good
Right.
way, though.
Yeah. So just a little background, right?
Oh, if you got
This
some, yeah, I need to
Oh
hear it.
yeah, dude. Well, I love this album, so I
I
know,
know why, yeah.
yeah. But the album started as a concept in 1996
Hmm.
before the band ever even actually formed because they formed in 98.
Oh, interesting.
The singer, Patterson Hood, who eventually became the singer of the band, and the other songwriter in the band, I can't think of his name right now, but Wooly, I think is his last name, or Morley.
Earl,
Wooly, yeah, his last name's Wooly.
was it Earl?
Maybe, I don't know. I just
I
know
thought
that
I saw something
it
on the
could be,
Spotify.
yeah, could be Earl Woolley. He writes some of the songs too. Uh, but they were sitting
That's
down.
important, I think, to to mention how some of these songs are written because there's
Yeah.
a distinction, especially in my head, when we get into the sound of this album
Oh, for sure.
because it's meticulous. It's you
Yeah,
can tell these are technical players. They're making sure every note is exactly where it needs to be to tell
absolutely.
this whole story.
Yep. Yep.
Where something like Bishop Gunn was a little looser. It was a little more,
Yeah, they definitely knew what they had planned coming into this thing. But and that's so this album was originally a screenplay. So
I
and
can
what
see
they
that.
so what they were talking about was they were talking about Leonard Skinner
Yep.
and what Leonard Skinner meant to people from the South, and then
Hmm.
the whole Neil Young and Leonard Skinner thing and how that all went down. And they wrote a movie about a fictional band called Betamax Guillotine.
Hmm.
Now, for those of you who don't know, there's a myth that they were watching in the plane that went down because this was in the 70s that they had a Betamax player in the plane.
Oh, wait, you mean the plane that
Yeah, the
crashed with
plane.
Leonard Skinner in it
Right,
and
right.
killed?
And that the VCR or Betamax player decapitated Ronnie Van Zant. So that's a rumor that's been around.
Wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's not true. You know
It's
what I mean? Like it's not true, obviously.
unless it had an edge,
Yeah,
it would,
yeah.
I mean, it would kill you, no question, but
Right,
it wouldn't.
right. Yeah. But and Betamaxes were thinner. Like the players were.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a horror movie type of way, maybe thrown hard enough you could see it, but anyway, so they wrote this movie about a band called Betamax Guillotine.
Hmm.
And then they were like, you know what? It might be cheaper to turn this into an album. And there you go, Southern Rock Opera. So, and it basically took them 6 freaking years to get it all together, get the whole concept down the way they wanted it, and get it recorded. And then they only had enough money to press 5,000 copies.
Mm.
And even to do that, what they did was they made promissory notes to their friends and their fans and investors, anybody who they could,
Right.
to help them finish the album. And then they would pay them off based on the album sales.
Right.
So they sold out of the 5,000 that they pressed. And then it got picked up a year later by a record label called Lost Highway that does like country music and reissues and stuff like that. And they put it out for big national. But this was their third album. It was their first album that really got them a lot of attention. And it kind of built the whole legend of the Drive-By Truckers
I can see why.
for what it is, you know. Which I mean, you talk to Southern rock, modern No Depression, modern Americana. A lot of those people are influenced
What'd
by.
you say? What did you say before Americana? Did you say modern no depression?
No, yeah, modern No Depression bands. Yeah.
Is that like a real genre? Or are you
Okay,
just
so
making fun of me at this point?
no, dude. So No Depression was kind of what alt country was called in the '90s. So you know Uncle Tupelo, right?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, so Uncle Tupelo is kind of the band that started alt country in the '90s. Like they are like the godfathers of alt country
I
'90s
feel
alt
like
country.
I might want to like Terminator this shit and send myself into the past to
So you
kill
can
the
check it
people
out,
that
right?
started this music.
Yeah,
It's confusing, man.
yeah,
For me, the genre
hmm
of whatever the drive-by truckers are
yeah.
is genuinely confusing on
I understand that.
that's I
Yeah, there's a
don't
lot
get
of
it.
contradiction, you know, and there's a lot of yeah,
It's
but
great playing. Like, let me
right,
get that right out of the way. That way, if I, which I will, venture off from talking about the skill. So, right
yeah,
out of the way, these guys can play.
yeah, yeah,
And it's a subtle kind of the way they go from all of the Southern styles
right, right.
in almost one song.
Yep,
So these guys are serious players. So if I get away from the
absolutely,
actual technical skill of the album, I don't want to sell these guys short at all. That's why I
sure,
brought it up right away.
sure. So basically, we'll get into the album after I'll explain what No Depression is. So Uncle Tupelo had a song called No Depression.
Hmm.
And then people who became fans of that genre started a newsletter called No
Okay.
Depression. And then all of a sudden, the alt country bands were called like the No Depression bands. It's just, that's just what happened.
No, I
So,
like it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I probably wouldn't like the music. We've discussed that, whatever the mental thing is with me to lean toward the dark side. But I
right.
like the idea of groups out there pushing music because we've talked about the magic of music and spreading
Sure,
positivity.
sure.
That is specifically no depression. We've
Yeah.
talked about sitting in headspaces with different types of music.
Hmm.
So I like that there's bands out there that are actively, well, that's fighting depression. That's an active,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, movement to genuinely fight depression.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you want to get into Days of Graduation.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay. I don't even know where to start.
yeah.
I've,
It's a
I've,
fucked up song, you know? Dead kids.
yes,
I mean,
I'm,
it's a,
I'm
yeah,
listening to it and I love all the music. I'm just like, all right,
yeah,
you were into this. I noticed that and this was an Americana thing, I believe. It's
right.
all like a bed of sound, like you've said several times.
Sure, sure, sure.
And my first take is the vocals, his actual voice it's almost too much. To me, it demands attention. And
Right,
sometimes they're
sure.
trying to play like a subtle, almost like a joke in the music. You know what I mean? When they're
Right.
talking about like later when they bring up kind of like honky tonk drinking at the end of the bar, the
Yeah.
music even shifts to that atmosphere. But
Yep.
his voice is just, it's
It's
demanding.
it's
It
heavy,
takes
man. Yeah.
away sometimes for me. It's
Okay.
like, okay, your voice is so strong.
Yeah.
And then I catch what he's saying.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what what did he just say?
Yeah, dude.
And that's the perfect start to the album. What did he just say? Because the
Yeah.
music is excellent. But for me, the getting lost in this album is there's like this everything about Southern rock. He talks
Yeah,
about the myth. He talks about the cost of that kind of lifestyle.
he
He
does.
talks about what's the reality of that lifestyle, and
Yep.
it's introduces that a little bit in this song.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I thought like the way that it kind of shimmers, and that's really the
Mhm.
only way I can describe it. The music in this song sounds almost like psychedelic country music,
I could see that. Yeah,
you know? Um, and the lyrics are very matter of fact. You know, they're just
that's
telling
a
a
good
story.
way.
You know, this is what happened. There's no
Yep.
glamour to it. There's
Nope.
no, these kids took the corner too fast. It
Even
describes
when
how
he
they
does,
die. You know what I mean? It's very matter of fact, no romanticism,
no.
but then at the end, when they tell the story at graduation the next day, they say the paramedics could still hear Freebird playing on the radio.
Oh man,
That's heavy, you know?
it kind of
That's
makes you wonder if that's real
I know, right?
because the
Is it?
um
Yeah.
the idea. Let's think about that song for a minute, right? That's
Sure.
a big, epic American. Everybody loves. It's one of those, well, mythical songs,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and using it in this way, especially within the storytelling, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought it's a brilliant like image because
Yeah,
that
dude. These
song's kind of winding on a bit. It's fun when you're
Right.
thinking in a
That's the
good
thing. It
tone.
takes, yeah, it's a long song, especially if you're listening to like the live version and and
Hmm.
it's yeah.
And if you're in that mindset of I don't know, the vision, I at least am very visual in my brain, so I could picture the car turned over and
The wheel spinning. They talk about it. They talk about
yeah,
the
the
wheel
glass,
spinning. Yeah.
yeah, and for some reason that image using that song in this way is almost perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
like wink, wink, nod, nod. There's more going on here than you think,
Yep. I
which
agree.
is interesting for a start of an album because
Yeah.
a lot of times we've said almost the exact opposite. The bands come out, they introduce themselves. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to bring it. Nothing Face said this isn't going to be pleasant.
Right. Right.
This let, let you know you don't know what's in store.
Yeah. Yeah. They do tell you, I mean, there's going to be some real life going on and there's going to be
Hmm.
some Skinner.
Hmm.
It sets that stage. Like Leonard Skinner runs through. If you didn't know that picking this album up, which
Hmm.
you probably didn't know, Leonard Skinner runs through this whole album. Like that's,
Yeah. No,
so
I didn't know until I used your best friend Chat GPT
you're like,
because
what the hell is going on?
I didn't know how to approach this album because
Yeah,
I'm not super familiar with the Drive-By Truckers.
right,
So I was like, it's probably going to be another blues album, which I'll love. But I
right.
was looking for the meat, the underlying thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's when I came across the explanation for the concept and how it's kind of all about the myth. Yes, of Skinnerd.
But the South,
Yes, because I
yeah.
hear some Molly Hatchet in there later.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear some, even though I don't think Dire Straits are really a Southern band, they're
Right, they're
from that
British.
area, if I
And,
remember correctly.
well, Dire Straits are actually British, but they play American style music, but they're
Because I
actually,
associate them. Well, anyway, I hear that's
yeah.
interesting. They're British. I didn't know
Yeah, they're
that.
from England, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that in this later on in the album.
Hmm.
It's going to be interesting because it's a very, what'd you say for your concept? You used a word that I liked. It's very ambitious. It's
Oh
very
yeah.
much big home run swing.
Yep.
This is the haymaker, the Hail Mary. This is the let's see, let's get into
Yeah.
it. Let's see how it goes. The
I
Skinner's
got
band's
all
going
this
to
in me. Let's
play.
get it out.
Right. Bringing up Skinner kind of leads us right into the second song.
Ronnie and Neil, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I end up switching back, but it's a whole thing. I
Yeah.
switched to the remaster version
Okay. Interesting.
because of the way this one sounds.
Okay.
It just doesn't sound good.
Huh.
The recording of it,
Okay.
but I end up switching back because there's extra
Yeah.
tracks and everything on the other version.
Yeah.
And that's a theme throughout the whole album. You can just tell it was recorded in the 90s.
Oh, sure.
And I
Sure.
was thinking in my head, the title's rock opera.
Yeah.
So I kind of expected more of a
A
bombastic
bigger,
sound, but
well, it's
it's tightly
Southern rock opera, though. You know what I mean? So it's more ragged and,
right. But
you know,
even
whiskey
Skinner is
soaked.
more like, you know how you talked about your bed of music, how they're all working together, creating this like cohesive sound. Skinner
Yeah.
and some bands seem to, sometimes the guitar player will step out of that box and really
Sure.
bring in that shine and that
Sure. Sure.
extra
Sure.
ego, however you want to word it.
Yeah.
They don't really do that. Right?
There's a couple
They
songs,
still
but not
play
for the
that
most part.
way,
Yeah.
but it's not separate. It doesn't step
Right.
out of it. It stays so tight and so cohesive with the
Yeah.
rest of the band
Yeah.
that it makes the experience like, I don't know, like every time we talk about these Americana bands, you literally feel what he's talking about. Even with
Yeah.
this anecdote, this story of
Right.
Ronnie Van Zant and Neil Young.
Neil Young. Yeah. And I mean, so there's more to it than that too. They frame the whole thing around the South, you know,
Right.
because it's not just about Ronnie Van Zant and Neil Young. It's about
Picking
how they
sides.
reflect the South. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Um, but but as far as music, I thought that it had a great opening riff
Mm.
and really ragged vocals. I thought
Yeah,
like,
his voice sounds like he
yeah.
doesn't know that it went out 2 months ago.
Right, exactly, dude. Yeah, he sounds worn out, and it's only second song on the album, man. But I think he's supposed to sound that way.
Yeah, I think it's a throwback to like Johnny Cash,
Yeah,
and some of those guys were known for their vocal tone.
right, sure. Yeah, yeah. Tom
And you know
Petty,
what? In the
you
South,
know.
that's a thing too. If you think about it, think about Ronnie Van Zant and
Yeah,
then try to compare him to, say, is it Chris Robinson sang for the Black Crowes, or is
yeah,
that the
sure,
guitar
sure,
player?
sure. Yeah, yeah. Chris Robinson.
Kind of a lot the same as far as music goes and what they're
Right,
doing, but
right.
the personality of them is so on display.
Yeah, I think Chris Robinson, even in the more upbeat songs, has kind of a ache in his voice.
Hmm.
Whereas, I think even in a song like Tuesday's Gone, Ronnie Van Zant still sounds like he's inviting you out for a beer.
Right.
Like, yeah, this sucks, but let's go get drunk and
One thing I'm not sure if a lot of people know or even realize about Leonard Skinner is they played and practiced obsessively.
right, right, right.
Like that Skinner or that Freebird solo,
Hmm.
the same
Every
in
time.
every time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, because nobody does that. Nobody plays the same freaking solo every time. That's insane.
Right. So the reason I mentioned that as it applies to this song is that's the myth.
Yeah,
Everybody's like, oh, they were just up there free willing and partying and playing. That kind of
dude.
almost slop that I think really shines through and I tend to enjoy.
Yeah,
But this is kind of saying, or at least pointing out, that wasn't the case. Sure, they partied and they were wild men, but they were probably a lot like this band. When it came time to make their music, they buckled
yeah.
down. They
Gotta
were
make music,
obsessive.
man. Yeah,
You hear stories about Ronnie Van Zant was practically awful. And we kind of get that genius, grumpy
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Get that
And then
everywhere.
Neil Young is the other side of it. He's the more freewheeling, the more
Right, he's the
um,
hippie. He's the
yeah.
yeah,
Whereas Skinner, if it's just two different styles. Neil Young was
Yeah,
like a hippie. He was more soft. He was more maybe my dad's dad
yeah,
or older brother. And then for my dad, see, I'm 70, or I was born in 78. So my
right.
dad would have been what, 70s? He'd have been 60s and 70s. He'd have been a teenager. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Skinner would speak to the younger, just the youth movement,
Yeah.
where Neil Young spoke to a more adult, sophisticated type
Right,
Southern
right, sure.
gentleman. And I think that's, even though that's not really true, even though it took me all this time to explain it,
Yeah,
that's the thing that people kind of latched onto, to have my team is better than your team. And
right.
that's all they're saying this whole feud, which I didn't know. I knew they feuded, but I didn't know that
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing. It was just,
Yeah, it was just a song.
yeah,
They
just two
both wrote a
dudes.
song, you
Yeah,
know. They both wrote a song and they both really liked each other's songs. It was
yeah,
just in the context of their band.
right.
They had to make a statement, you know.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean there's stuff in here about authenticity, there's stuff about Muscle Shoals and all the great musicians who came to Alabama to record there.
Yes,
Um
and the way he says it,
yeah,
again, I think there's way more going on with this album. He's kind of, to me,
yeah.
implying that he's from the area. So he's still playing, trying to get it going.
Right,
And
right,
then so and so comes down to, quote, get the Muscle Souls sound. And
right,
he's
sure, sure.
still effing playing, still trying to. And this other band from another area come
Yeah,
down to get the Muscle.
Muscle Shoals sound, yeah.
That might
Well,
not be what he's saying, but I kind of felt that snark to it.
sure, sure, yeah. And here's the thing too about Patterson Hood that not, I mean, some people know, but you know, I'm not sure how well known it is. His dad was the session bass player at Muscle Shoals.
Oh,
Yeah. So, you know, when like Aretha Franklin would come down, she wouldn't necessarily bring her band. She would play with the session players that were in the
right,
studio. That was his dad playing bass on those records.
right.
So, so yeah,
So
so
there's a little
he,
more, it's a little neater too to say, remember Aretha, who everybody loves.
yeah,
She came here to get our sound. It's
yeah, to
also
get
a brag. It's also
yeah,
a,
yeah, to get his dad on her
yeah.
records, you know? I mean, that's
And that explains probably what I was hearing in the structure of the song, how it's so good and everybody fits together so well.
yeah,
Because I think usually, and I could be wrong, I wish we knew more session players to correct me.
right.
Session players, I would think, are tighter like this because they
Yeah,
play so many different styles, so many, so they got to
yeah,
make sure. And then you get guys that are a little more loose, not
right,
sloppy,
right,
loose.
right.
I
Well,
think it's an interesting
I,
dichotomy, switch,
yeah,
a side of both coins.
yeah. I think one of the things about being a good session player too, though, is you have to have the ability to jam because some people come in with half-finished songs and they're like, you know, let's get
Yeah,
this done. You know what I mean? Let's work this out. So it's probably a little bit of both, but I mean, they definitely there is a reputation of session
yeah.
players being tight and being
Oh,
able to just knock
absolutely.
shit out. You know,
It's just
especially
the
the good
people
ones.
don't usually like the fans, you and I at that age or whenever this was coming out, we wouldn't hear or care. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
We liked a little bit. I liked a little bit of the flash of rock and roll. So if you'd been like, this guy is a session player, I'd have instantly went, Square, you're boring.
yeah,
Get out of here.
yeah, yeah. I definitely thought like see, so here's the thing, you know, a guy like Dan Huff, right, who was famous as a session player, like all over the, you know,
Genre, style, a little bit of
played on
everything.
what's that?
What'd he play? I don't know him. So,
Oh, well, I mean, I'm gonna get to the end of the
oh,
story.
it's part of the story. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he, you know, he played on a lot of people's albums and stuff, and he was very well respected. I had no clue who he was until Giant. He was the guy who put together the band Giant, and they had
Who I
one
also don't know.
massive hit, you know, that and I really liked that album a lot. And then I was like, oh, so this is this guy. And then they're talking about all the albums that he played on, who he played guitar for, who he did mixing for, and all this and that. And then after Giant broke up, he went right back to that stuff, you know. So it's kind of a crazy.
I wonder how much of it is I personally with ADHD and all that, getting older, however you want to word that, can
Yeah,
be almost of two different minds. I could see where the session player is just great. I don't have to
yeah,
decide squat. You're gonna walk
right.
in here and tell me we're gonna jam and spooky with let's open up, let's free with it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, yeah.
could see the other uh,
The
part
control. Yeah,
working with a madman.
yeah.
Because some of these guys, you hear John Mellencamp, you Mike
Right,
Patton,
right.
even I know I've talked about, is it Words and Music? The movie about the beach about pet sounds from the Beach
Oh,
Boys
sure.
and
Yeah, yeah,
Ryan Wilson.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
another type of like almost autistic genius. So I
yeah.
could see the creative chances and where maybe that would be more attractive than, I'm Bruce Springsteen. So let's take me, Bruce Springsteen, on the road with another band.
Right,
If you're
right.
like, I don't know, man, I got no ego, I got nothing to say song wise, but I can
I can
jam.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so yeah, another thing that I liked about this song is it dove right into the duality of the South. Like that's theme
Mm.
that goes through the album. They pulled it out quick. Uh,
Yeah.
I think the chorus is super catchy. Like the verses kind of go along, but then I think the chorus is really catchy. And it's got a great outro. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They do that a lot. The way they fade a lot of these or take a lot of these songs out, it's really neat. It's
yeah,
really just them jamming in style usually.
yeah,
Except for once a little bit later on, the band, not well, the singer's probably playing with them too. They catch this little riff, just kind of like dun 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 dun, and they just all the way out for like 2 minutes,
right,
probably
right,
a minute
yeah,
and a half. But
right,
it works. It's just the one riff and the
yep,
one little drum beat,
yep,
just classic blues
yeah,
over and over and over, right out the door. And it
yep,
worked. This band is really interesting
yeah, yeah.
because their
So
name makes sense, but also I don't know what that means by it makes sense.
right. So let's see. The third track is 72. This highway is mean.
Yeah.
Um, it's a really mournful song, like vocally.
Yeah.
The and I said you got to study the lyrics because there's a lot going on. So I like,
Always.
yeah, it's like they're saying so much, man.
Yeah, there's I'm glad you brought up the lyrics right out
Yeah,
the gate
yeah,
because they don't they fit, they don't fit. They
right.
belong, they don't belong. It shouldn't be the type of subject for this type of music, but
Yeah,
it is, and it works,
yeah,
and it's almost country western,
yeah, for sure.
and it's he's it. I'm telling you, the snark or the irony or whatever you want to say it is on full display because he will, like you're saying, he will very simply say something. You'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm following it. And then very
Right.
simply say something right
Yep.
after it. And
Yeah.
you'll instantly go, what? Well, no,
Yeah.
the
And I mean,
song isn't
that's,
what I thought at
that's,
all.
that's definitely like later on. I mean, it's very apparent. Like there are some songs where he just outright gives both sides of the story right in the song, like,
Yeah, I'm just now starting to catch on to his.
yeah.
It's not a dark side, it's a snark, I think.
Yeah.
It's a funny, like Elvis Costello type tongue in cheek
Right.
joke.
Right.
And playing wise, this song is neat, man.
Yeah.
It's got a
Yeah.
cool tone. It's
Yeah.
got some great note choices.
hmm
And
So,
go ahead, yeah.
yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. There's a part, I guess you would call it a guitar solo.
In the middle.
Yes, where like it sounds like a harmonica. Do you think he's making his guitar sound like a harmonica, or do you think they are playing a harmonica with the guitar? Because I couldn't figure it out.
I know a harmonica comes in later,
Okay.
so and probably actually is a harmonica.
Okay, because I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. And if it is, I mean, that's very, very cool because the guitar and the harmonica are playing side by side. They're
Right.
playing the same fucking notes, and it sounds so cool. So I just wasn't sure which one, what was going on there, but it
I feel like
sounded
it was
really neat.
harmonica because I noticed the harmonica use on other songs.
Right on.
I thought you
Yeah.
were going to mention that thing in the middle, that guitar part that is somehow all Skinnerd,
Oh, right
but
on.
somehow not,
Yeah.
because obviously their tone is different than Skinnerd, the tightness there, but it's it was a wonderful tribute
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in the middle of, I don't know. Again, like the stories he's telling are almost so relatable.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
almost picture, like, especially in this song, him driving through. Maybe he's
Yes.
constantly driving through the South. That's
Yep.
why he's seeing the meth heads. Yep, comes up later. Sorry, guys. The
Yeah. Yeah.
drunks, the musicians, the freaks, the geeks, the our
Yeah. Oh,
tribes.
yeah. I like the way that he talks about the highway like it's a person in this song. Like it cradles you like a mother. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like it's like almost like the personality or the highway has a personality. I mean, it literally says this highway is mean,
Right.
in the title. So that's a
Is
wild
well that whole wonder is it wander? It is, right?
wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
Yeah, when you want to keep driving and traveling.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of part of the whole romanticism of the South. That whole,
sure.
man, I gotta get out of here, dude. I'm not racist, or I'm not
Yeah,
leaning into whatever bad st or even just a kid like me who just, I don't know. It's part of the romantic
romance.
romantic
I got you, man.
of the South.
Romanticism.
And
Yeah,
it's neat that the way he uses it, that made me bring it up, is not romantic.
yeah,
It's harsh. No,
yeah,
no, it's not harsh. It's true. It's
yeah.
matter of fact.
Yeah, and the thing about the roads and the highways and the different towns in this song, they can either point to freedom or seem like they're pointing to freedom, or they can point to disaster,
Yep.
or sadness. I mean, there's like you get on these roads and you think you're going one way, and sometimes you go somewhere else. I mean, that's a theme
Yeah.
throughout
Well,
throughout the
throughout
album.
life, especially if he's kind of, it feels like he's kind of talking about this era of the 70s.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there was a whole, I don't know, culture or whatever it was around truck drivers, semi
yeah.
drivers. You
Sure,
know what I
sure,
mean?
sure,
There
sure.
was Over the
Yep.
Top. There was like Black Dog. Oh, these are movies. I'm sorry, everybody. Over the Top was Stallone. I don't remember who was in Black Dog. I just kind of
Yeah.
remember it because of the theory that a lot of these truckers would say sometime before they end up crashing, they would
Black
start
Dog
to
on the
see the
highway.
black dogs.
Yeah, yep. Such a weird
Interesting
concept, but
side
yeah,
note here, personally, for a long time before my doctor actually put me on, well, it was pain pills the first time because my back was so bad, I wouldn't sleep.
oh wow,
And when I wasn't sleeping for a couple days, I called them the takers. They weren't real, but
right.
I would see things move,
Oh wow,
and it would be like a shadow of something. And it's not like now with my glasses, sometimes the peripheral, it wasn't like
yeah,
that. It was
okay,
almost waiting. And I always called them the takers because I felt like they're there to take things.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah, yeah.
know it's because I'm not sleeping and
Right,
I'm
sure,
all weirded out.
yeah,
But again, the reason I brought it up is because I would drive home from Greensburg. It's not a long drive. It's maybe 35 minutes.
Right.
in the middle of the night, just rode
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
And I kind of get how it can lull or hypnotize or even comfort you,
Yeah.
or again, even be scary because let's say it's foggy, you still don't know what's coming up. And also, you never know what's coming up the road.
Right.
Kind of get that. I don't know if it's a mythology or it's not anthropomorphic. Can't talk. It's not like we do with animals when we imagine them as stuffed, whatever. But
Sure.
it's something. I don't know. Maybe that's why they make it sound like a woman. Because
Right.
if you think about it, men, they're probably straight men.
Yeah.
When you're young, and I'll be interested to see what you think about this train of thought also, because the way we grew up so opposite. When you're
Yeah.
young, at least for me, I'm a monogamous guy. I wanted to be in relationships. That's
Yeah.
I
Sure.
wanted. So
Yeah.
maybe sometimes you'd have this image, this idea of a perfect woman.
Sure.
And that's the
Yeah.
connection with the road because it's not a thing. It's not real. It's just some blacktop and you're driving down it.
Right.
But you have this romanticization of this idea of the perfect, I don't know, moving forward. Is it
Hmm.
the perfect I'm going forward to something?
Right. Right.
Does that make sense? Like,
Does. Yeah. Yeah.
did you
I
do
think
that?
that
Like,
I mean, yeah, I never wanted to stay where I was. That's
yeah, I've got
something
a
that
bit of that.
I've dealt with, my whole life, just not wanting to be where I was. So I was always looking forward to what else could come, and what the trip would be
Right.
like and where I would end up and how things would change. Like that was always something that I, you know, probably put more stock into than actually, existed. So
Right. But that kind of plays into what he's saying about the road too.
yeah,
Because there's
yeah,
also that aspect of it is you're driving down the road. All this right after gone. It's gone.
yep, yep,
It's gone in a couple seconds. You don't even see it. It's gone.
yep, yep.
And
I
that's
mean,
probably a lot of the you want to do that. You want to get out there just because you're putting that behind you.
yeah.
I think maybe that has a lot to do with the wanderlust.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and the thing is too, it's like that anticipation mixed with trepidation because you don't know what you're going to get when you get there. You just know that it's going to be different and you think it's going to be better.
I think that's actually core to my whole idea I'm getting at, especially for me because I love that story.
Yeah,
That did you watch the two Punisher series that were on Netflix?
yeah, yeah,
The second one, he's just like roaming the whatever, and he stumbles into a bar and helps, and of course, gets with the
yeah,
female.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
There's something about that setting in a story that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Kind of like, can you imagine
yeah.
just open road, just I can stop and help. I can stop and do badass things and meet the girl and have the moment.
Right, right, right.
And
See,
then on to the next one.
yeah. I mean, not to like get into. I mean, I guess I'm about to because why not? This is
I'm not
so
racist, but
off the topic. I hate that version of the Punisher.
yeah,
Yeah, because to me, the Punisher's a fucking monster, dude.
yeah,
He's a monster who does what's necessary, but the Punisher turned himself into a monster so that he could kill other monsters.
yeah.
So to me, the Punisher is always sure. He always knows what he's going to do. The Punisher also doesn't have time for people who aren't going to help further his mission. That's
Well,
not,
they didn't lean into the mission part of it. They left it
yeah,
more kind of like he didn't know what he was gonna do.
right. And that's why I didn't like it. To
Really, you like
me,
the more like
dude,
straightforward.
so I grew up reading War Journal,
Hmm.
and that comic is literally it's my favorite version of the Punisher. I mean, I
Hmm.
like the regular. I like so Punisher War Journal, Warzone, and the Punisher first title all ran simultaneously.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them around here.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
but War Journal is my favorite
Right.
because you get to see what Frank is thinking. And
Mm.
that motherfucker doesn't even care what he's going to have for lunch.
No, he
What
don't
he,
care if he dies
yeah,
now.
what he cares about is going out there and stopping this bullshit. You know? And to me, that is the Punisher, and nothing else
Yeah.
works.
That's the
Any of that
single-minded focus.
wishy-washy, should I kill him? Should I not kill him? Look, finding romance. The Punisher loves one human being in that way, and she died.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The
I
Punisher
do.
does not have time. Do you know how many times like women have tried to seduce him and he's killed them because they were like mafia princesses or whatever?
Right.
He
You wanted
doesn't
more
have
John Wick.
time for that crap, dude. Like, yeah. So I did not. I liked the story. I thought that it was fine. I think
Yeah.
John Berthnall is a great actor. I liked
Yeah.
the little sidekick girl. She was funny, but that is not the Punisher as far as I'm concerned.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, the Punisher is a fucking weapon who has turned himself into a weapon. Like he's the gun and the bullet.
Right.
That's so yeah,
That's an interesting way to put it because I can pull
yeah,
that right back to this band because
hell
they're
yeah,
pulling off that duality, gun and the
yeah,
bullet. That's
yeah,
such a neat thing to say because what's the gun? The gun is the threat. The gun
yeah,
is I might do this.
yeah.
I'm looking at you. This could be a problem. The
Right,
bullet, it's over.
right.
There's
Well, the
no problem no
gun.
more. It's over.
Yeah. So what I meant by that is like the gun decides the direction, and the
Hmm.
bullet carries it out.
Yeah.
Frank does both. He's
Yeah.
this is where I'm going. This is how I'm getting there. He does both. Freaking yeah. So
Yeah. There's three current series is going. Two of them
okay,
are minis. They're like
okay,
red band. One's for Marvel Knights. They
okay.
a little bit darker adult. You remember that?
Sure. Yeah, I
There's a
remember
red
Knights. Yeah.
band now
Okay.
thing where they do series where they allow a little bit more blood and they put it in a bag. And
Okay.
he just got Punisher just
Yeah.
got an ongoing.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there must be something to that idea of he's so determined, so focused, and
Yeah.
loved his family so much that
Yeah, I do. Nothing else
forget
matters
getting over
anymore.
it. Forget
Never.
getting over it. It's
Yeah.
revenge time.
Yeah. Yeah. The Punisher is like Batman, but fuck it.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Like this terrible thing happened to me. I'm going to do my best to make sure that it never happens to anyone else.
right.
But the Punisher's version of it is I'm going to kill everyone who could possibly be connected to an innocent person getting hurt.
Yep.
Like that's it, dude. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I loved the Punisher comics growing up because of that. He didn't stop at the diner and be like, you know what, man, feeling kind of sad. Even though I
No.
do honestly
Yeah.
like that kind of storytelling
Well,
that's more
sure. Yeah,
adult,
it's
more
just not
grit.
him.
Yeah.
There's,
Well,
different characters for every, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I see. I'm the other way around. I'm like,
okay.
screw it. Give me your take on what Frank would be doing, and I'm usually I'm
Yeah.
gobbling it up unless it's crap.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't think. As a matter of fact, not only did I not think it was crap, it what's the word? I didn't used to like Bernthal because of The Walking Dead and his face. He has a face that I just shut up,
Okay.
punch you,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
that's not
sure.
fair. He is a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good
It's
actor. Yeah.
just I don't know. Then I
Yeah.
watched him in that, and then I watched he did an HBO miniseries about corrupt cops and stuff.
Okay.
I'll never remember
I don't think
the
I've seen it, so
he's phenomenal in it. It turned
okay.
my opinion about him completely. I was like,
Well,
okay,
he
okay, I like
plays
this guy.
he plays conflict well,
And he's an
internal
interesting
conflict.
dude too. He's been
Yeah,
on I don't know if he's been on Rogan, I think so, but a couple other podcasts I listened to, and
sure.
he's what you think. He's that guy.
Yeah,
Or he's good at acting, Will Smith.
right.
He's definitely the Punisher and probably Bernthal is not the type that's going to end up dead, drunk, and naked, which is the title of this
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
song.
man.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I was like, is this making fun of the bad stereotypes of the South?
I don't know, man.
Or is it being honest about
I
this
think
is what it is? Here's
yeah.
the whites, the wonderful whites of West Virginia.
No, what the hell is that?
Ah, wow. Okay, they're a really
It sounds fucked up, whatever it
stereotypical
is.
inbred white
Yeah, sure.
trash family in the South. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but the reason I said stereotypical, so you guys know, I'm not making fun of people in the South. I'm saying not only do they exemplify that attitude, they are
Yeah.
like the turn it to 11. They're the rock of
Right.
inbred. It's it's just a fact of that area, right? Maybe
Yeah.
not the inbreeding, but when you're that poor and that rural, the
Yeah.
chances to learn go way down. Not
Yeah.
any of these people's fault. And he's kind of like, he's just saying this is how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It's a look at the South that no one wants to talk about. And he's
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
this is what it is, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, just talking about it musically before we get into that part of it, because I
Yes.
did have some stuff to say about that.
And I did say I would not do that a lot, and I need to because this is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. There's a really cool, like, it's almost like a cool shuffle. And I felt like at this point I had to say that Patterson Hood can really sing. He uses his voice differently from song to song, and
Yes.
he can do so many cool, emotional, or detached. He can just do
Hmm.
so many different neat things with his voice that a lot of Southern rock singers um, don't do as much. Like a classic Leonard Skinner song, you know what Ronnie Van Zant sounds like. You know what I
Right.
mean? You hear it, like
Hmm.
you could tell it's same with Greg Allman, same with I'm not going to say the guy from 38 Special because Dan Barnes could fucking wail.
Well,
That
so
guy has a
could
great voice, but
the guy from Bad Company, but they kind of get lumped in
Paul
there.
Rogers, sure,
Paul
yeah,
Rogers,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, they're a British band too,
Yeah,
so
but
it's
they get
funny.
lumped in that
Yeah,
Southern because like Feel Like Making Love,
right.
Shooting Star, those are Southern rock songs.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Bad Company's a Southern rock song. Just the whole. It's got a Southern rock,
Yep.
element to it. But when you get into like the meat and potatoes of the freaking song, I think it's about like psychological scars and addiction and religion and Southern pride and how it all kind of comes together down there.
Yeah.
And it does in small towns in general. Like
Hmm.
but because he's talking about Alabama and he's from Alabama and it's seen through that lens, it's just you get everything. You get like uh, you're told how to grow up, you're told how to be, and that can fuck you up. And then
Hmm.
when he's literally talking about heroin in this song. I mean, it's about being a fucking heroin addict.
Right.
And
A
the
lot of
more,
that down there too.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought we'd get into it more when we were talking about Bishop Gunn, and we
yeah,
never did. I'm pretty sure there's a whole
some
heroin
heroin stuff in
element.
there. Yeah,
Yep. To the
I
singer.
didn't,
Like,
I didn't pick it up, but in here,
no, but it's interesting that this also being what would you call an examination, a good look at the South,
yeah, yeah,
also
yeah,
brings it up. And heroin kind of has a run through of the South, if you think
yeah.
about it. Like Ray Charles had a
Oh yeah,
problem with it. Go ahead. You can name a
yeah,
bunch.
yeah. I mean, and don't I mean, poppy seeds have to grow. Don't they have to grow in warm areas? So there you go. You know,
You know what? I don't know where poppies grow in the U.S. I know they grow in Afghanistan and stuff, and I'm
sure.
not getting into all of that.
We're not talking about that,
I'm gonna
but
get to the good kind of a heroin, the music kind, the real
yeah,
thing to be addicted
yeah.
to.
But the fact that like, so he's addicted to heroin,
Hmm.
but he still wants God to save him. He
Yeah,
literally like calls out to the Lord. That is, that's real, man. Like I don't know, this song is just. You'd think Dead, Drunk, and Naked that it's going to be kind of funny.
it sort of starts out
It
like it
starts
might
out
be.
kind of funny, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you're like, holy shit, he's talking about heroin, and it's like
Well,
maybe it's not so funny.
he's examining, and this is what we were talking about,
Yeah,
the actual dead, drunk, and naked.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
remember correctly,
What
I
it
didn't
actually
actually write
turns
it
into.
down, but there are almost three perspectives in this song, right? There was the
Yeah.
fun one, kind of punk, sort of, yay, party,
Yeah.
and then there was the middle where it was kind of like, all right, I'm a little out of control. I
Yeah.
might end up in a bad way, dead, drunk, and
Yeah.
naked. And then
Yeah.
toward
Man.
the end, I
The
thought when it
redemption.
got dark,
Yeah.
it was kind of letting you know how these addictions work, right? At first,
Yeah.
I'm fun, I'm having a good time. And then, all right, I'm a bit out of control. Maybe I
Yeah.
need to, or maybe it's time to go home. And then there's someone better step in and help Mike, or he's gonna drink himself to death and
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. So the next song, right? Guitar Man Upstairs is such a fun song. I love this song.
I didn't.
Really?
I
Ah.
don't like punk music.
So I thought it sounded like rockabilly. I thought it
I'll
was
give
like,
you that too. They are
yeah,
hand in hand, really.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, sure. Punk and rockabilly are very similar. But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it sounded like rockabilly. I thought it had a really twisted sense of humor,
Yes.
cool 50s guitar that sounded like Chuck Berry.
I did like
Um,
I don't know. Like
yeah,
overall,
I mean, I
I didn't think
love the
his
song.
vocals were right for the song. That's all
Really?
it was.
Okay.
Because
Interesting.
his vocals are good, his songwriting's good, his like you said, his lyrics are great. That little
Yeah.
Chuck Berry bit is great.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Yeah.
It's just I feel like the sound that Chuck Berry kind of Buddy Holly kind of sound, that
Yeah.
clean, his voice
Right, right.
just it doesn't do it.
Right
But
on.
and that's just for me because I'm enjoying what he's doing. That is
Yeah.
not a knock on the band at all. It's just a
Yeah.
little too punk.
Okay. But I mean, for those of you who like, like you said, that Chuck Berry guitar, that
Yeah.
freaking solo is so badass. It
It's
sounds like it
just so
came right out of a
clean.
1950s Chuck Berry song, dude. It's amazing. So he
It even
kills
has
it on
that
that.
innocent tone that
Yeah.
somehow I feel like those guys captured, or at
Right.
least that I wonder. I don't know anybody that was alive back then, but I
My
wonder if
mom.
that's not something that I have overlaid on them
Yeah.
because in my brain, they look innocent. The glasses and even Chuck
Right.
Berry looked kind of,
Man, Chuck Berry was a motherfucking pervert, though.
yeah,
He was not innocent. He was out there doing all kinds of things. But
that's deep in the music industry.
yeah. But guys like Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and Ricky Nelson, like
Mm,
they were definitely portrayed as like they had one girl who they loved and you know,
hmm.
and they
That is not this at all.
yeah, no, no, it's not this song. But the funniest thing, like the ending is so anticlimactic. Like this guy freaking hates guitar men because a
I
guitar
agree.
man basically stole his wife, and then a guitar man moves upstairs
Mm.
and he's like, I'm an old man, dude. I'm calling the cops." It's such a funny freaking.
Did you
I thought he was gonna fight him or something. He's like, "Guitar man, you made a mistake moving upstairs. I'm an old man. I'm calling the police."
so on Spotify, they didn't have
Yeah.
lyrics, but they had this thing at the bottom, which was kind of neat. That was
Yeah.
music ID, music something, where it told a little story.
Oh, interesting.
The
Okay.
guy, you've said his name a bunch of times, wrote
Oh,
this
Patterson Hood.
song
Yeah.
about the asshole upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's literally what it's about.
It's
It's
literally
just
what it's
about
about.
the asshole upstairs and how it's
Yeah.
always some fucking asshole upstairs.
Yeah. It's always, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, dude.
Something
It's great.
that simple, right? That
Yeah.
asshole upstairs. He
Yep.
even basically says that asshole upstairs,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he makes it mean, is he talking about upstairs? Like go
Oh, he's talking
outside, go up
about
some real stairs?
right, right,
Or is he
right.
talking about the further guitar player upstairs who's also an asshole?
Yeah. I think it's just the physical guitar player, but it's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
interesting
Well,
idea to think of.
that's what I like about his, is it his voice that invites that I might not be saying what you think I am.
Definitely. Yeah. He definitely has a little wink in his
Mhm.
voice a lot of the time.
And it's the play in the blues, like
Yeah.
the way he play Dead and Drunk and Naked is a bar song. That's a classic trope in this type of music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he said, "Fine, you want to write the drunk bar song? Let's tell the truth."
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
did that in this song. It's about a guitar guy upstairs.
Yep. Yep.
But it's more than that. It's
Yeah.
less than this happens a lot to me. Listen to this band just because the way he chooses to write songs is so neat. It's so flips on a dime. It's so creative and it's snarky.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean that song, Guitar Man Upstairs, is like I think it's like 2 minutes and 11
Yeah.
seconds long. They get in and get out, dude. They tell the
It's
story.
snot-nosed punk. That's
Yeah,
what it is to
yeah.
me.
They tell the
And it's
story. Dude's
yeah,
fucking my woman. I
yeah,
caught him, sent her packing. Now there's another guitar man upstairs. Fuck that guy. You
yeah.
know, that's the story, dude. That's the story, man. But
That's so funny. And it makes me
yeah.
think of High Fidelity.
Oh,
No,
sure.
yeah, it was High Fidelity, right? With
John Cusack.
yeah, Ian.
Yeah.
She doesn't know any fucking Ians. And he's like the stereotypical long hair,
Yeah.
corporate kind of stooge that at least guys like me, that's the nemesis. That's the opposite. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's all
Sure, sure,
like,
sure.
oh, he's raging against the
The machine.
yeah, but not really.
No, I
He's
know. I
only
was just
raging.
anytime anyone says Rage Against now, my mind automatically goes to the
Goes to the
machine.
machine.
Yeah, it goes to the machine, dude.
But
You-
it applies.
Yeah, you could be
But
raging
it's more
against
like
candy bars, and I would, yeah,
because he's your opposite.
yeah,
Also, I mean, he stole your girl or the girl you're with is, but it's always that's the trope. It's always your opposite. It's
yeah,
always,
yeah,
and
of
he's kind
course.
of saying that too about a guitar man upstairs.
Yeah, this guy was working hard in the factory, dude. You know, he was
Yeah,
busting his ass to keep his family, and keep
yeah,
his. And then look at what happens to the fucking
yeah.
guitar man, dude.
Women love,
What they don't
you know,
have.
I brought up John Mellencamp earlier.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is a perfect chance. Just gonna have to I'm gonna have to quote Mr. Mellencamp when we
Okay.
talk about women love guitar players. There's a
Yeah,
line in his song where he specifically says, "Forget about all that macho shit and learn how to play a guitar."
yeah, yeah. Except unless you're in the South, apparently. Because in here, I mean, later on when we talk about the three icons of Alabama, um, makes a little different statement. But
Yeah. But what a
speaking of John
tour of
Mellencamp, do you
the
know he's got that new album of his early recordings, like from before he got signed?
Mm-mm.
It sounds interesting. It doesn't sound anything like him. Like one of the songs sounds like Bob Dylan, like a lot. But
When he's still maybe trying to find his own.
yeah, yeah, it's stuff that he was when he was still trying to figure out what he was gonna do or whatever. It's like home recordings and shit. But it's weird that now, he put it out now. He's like 70. But I
Well,
mean,
he was just on Rogan, and it
yeah.
really seems like he has embraced the fact that he's been an asshole for many, many,
For him.
many, many
For him.
years.
Yeah.
And he was kind of trying to say that he's trying to explain, I'm sorry. I know it was because I was obsessed with my music and
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
get through the whole podcast. So maybe
Yeah.
that's what he was getting promoting or wanting
Right.
to
Sure.
talk
Sure.
about is
Sure.
because that would kind of do it, right? If you were
Yeah.
like, well, guys, here's my DNA, here's my roots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
And
him. Go
one of the
ahead, yeah.
funny things, one of the funny things about it too is like he's always been very anti John Cougar. Like
Hmm.
hates that the Johnny Cougar thing. He hates it all. It
Hmm.
says Johnny Cougar in
Yeah.
big letters on the front of this new album. So obviously he's come to peace, at least to a point, with his past. If he can
I
put
think
that
there's
on
a
a new album.
story there, and I don't remember it about the Cougar. Either he didn't like it at all, and the record label loved it,
Yeah.
or he loved it at first, and the record label hated it, or
You know,
something like that.
so what happened was I've heard him talk about this on Howard Stern, so I know like the
Okay.
story. So what happened was he got signed, John Mellencamp. He's like, my name's John Mellencamp. They were like, well, we need something more showbiz, more rock and roll.
Ah,
And he's like, no, my name is John Mellencamp. That's who I am.
yeah.
And they put his first album out, and it said Johnny Cougar, and he was like, who the fuck is Johnny Cougar? That's not me. No one even calls me Johnny. My name's John.
Right.
And so then the second album, he got him to change it to just John Cougar.
Okay.
So then he was John Cougar for a while, And then he got him. He was like, "Look, now that I'm getting more famous, throw my last name on there at least." So John Cougar Mellencamp. And then eventually he got him to drop the Cougar part altogether. But to hear him tell it, it was a struggle with the
Mm.
record company forever to like, because he from the beginning just wanted to be John Mellencamp.
Right.
They wouldn't let him. So
Well, that kind of plays into everything that's going on with this album too.
yeah,
How sometimes the record label, you need to have a flavor. Even if
yeah,
it's like, no, I'm trying to make my flavor me. I'm trying
right,
to be Prince, not the
right,
next, I don't know,
yeah,
whatever
Saint Hook
genre.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't think this album would have been made if they hadn't made it themselves. You know,
No, no
that's
record label is going to
yeah.
listen to this and
Nobody would put
say,
this out. And then they sold 5,000 copies, and it was like, okay, yeah, if you can do this out of the trunk of your van or the back of your van, maybe we'll do something with it, you know?
right. Well, that's
Um,
so honest. Like,
yeah,
I know we say that genuine and all that a lot, but this is like bare bones, um, no fluff, no bullshit. Let's look at the South.
yeah, yeah.
Let's look under the rock. Haha, the rock. But
Yeah,
and I like it. I didn't think I would,
right.
just because I'm like, what is this? But I'm
Yeah,
starting to catch on to what he's doing, and I'm like, oh, wow, what a really neat storytelling device.
yeah, for sure.
And
So, oh, go
are you
ahead,
getting
man.
ready to lead into? I was
Yeah, I
going
was
to
going to go
say,
into the next two songs, man. The next two songs tie together.
I missed writing down. For some reason, I went right to the Southern thing and missed.
So you skipped Birmingham?
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but I did. I know
Okay.
I did. So
Yeah.
tell me what I missed.
So, yeah, I mean, Birmingham is very Neil Young-esque.
Hmm.
Like if you listen to like Southern Man or those kinds of things where he's doing kind of that
Yeah.
guitar shuffle thing. So it sounds very Neil Young-esque. It has a great beat, but it's basically just about the other side of Southern pride. Like
Hmm.
it talks about George Wallace and him standing in front of doors and all that kind of shit, you know, and how like how like there's a different kind of Southern pride, than
Yeah.
that people shouldn't be so proud of, you know.
Well, he says something in one of them. Maybe it's the next one about it's a bit about rebel
Yeah, that's
pride, but not in
the
the way
southern
you
thing.
think it
Yep.
is, or
Yeah,
something
the
like
two
that.
songs go hand in hand, dude. They go right together. So
Well, that Southern thing is a bit um reckless, a bit of a rebel, a bit of you better
yeah,
make sure you're telling me exactly what's up, or
yeah, and I mean they
I'll be
literally
ready to
say
fight.
in there, this isn't about race, this isn't about no flag, you know. Um,
Right. There's no,
so
I don't think there's anything wrong with being proud of where you're from, period. If
yeah,
it's New York and you're a Wall Street rat, that's cool, man. Be
yeah, yeah,
proud of it. That's the
yeah,
problem is no one is proud of where they're from in the right way. They're not
right,
proud to walk onto their street and go, "Hey, my neighbor's gay and the other guy's black and the guy down the street is an old lady and these punk kids down here playing rock and roll in the band."
yeah,
But you know what? I know the black guy. We work at the factory. I know the Mexican crew because they come over and we're like, "Hey, have some."
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
seems to be gone because now it's like, "Oh, you can't like all of those groups. You have to just say you like the
Pick
factory
your group.
workers. Now you're the
Yeah,
factory workers." And it's like, "No, no, no. It's all of us. It's the sitting outside in the heat with the iced tea with your neighbor, with your cousins, with it's this. It's what we're doing here."
yeah,
And there's that underlying thing of, hey, we're having a good time and we're relaxed and we're a bit country, but
yeah.
when it's time, we will stand up for the right things.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe that's been perverted because of,
What the right things are, you know.
and the fact that that racism thing gets dropped on the South, and that's unfair. That's like
Yeah.
dropping the gangster thing on all of the black community. It's
Yep.
like,
Sure. Sure. Sure.
eh,
Yeah.
sort of.
Hmm.
And then, no, sort of with the Southern thing. I'm not getting into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
black community thing because
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy straight up says that's part of it too.
He does. Yeah, he
I
definitely
like
doesn't
that.
shy
It's
away
taken.
from it. You know.
Yeah, it's so honest. It's so here's everything.
Yeah,
He's not glossing it over. He's not convincing you. He's not selling it to you. It's the scars, the bumps, the bruises. It's a total expression.
yeah.
It's just really neat. Like you said, it's really ambitious. I did not expect this.
Right,
I
right.
thought, yeah, okay, they'll play some Skinnerd sounding songs, and that'll be the
No,
tribute
it's
there. And they'll
no,
talk about that Southern swagger, and that'll be
no.
the dark side of it, or the less than glamorous side of it. He exposes it. And again, it's just, hey, man, it's what it is. What are you going to
Yeah,
do about it? What he's not glorifying it. He's not dissing. Well, okay, that's not true either. He's doing it all. As a matter of
yeah.
fact, that's probably why it's called a rock opera. He's literally doing it all. He's talking about the meth heads and the inbreds and the drunks, and he's talking about guys like him that were like, I'm just playing, I'm trying to survive. And he's
Right,
talking.
right, right.
I wasn't prepared for the storyteller this guy is
Yeah,
because he sounds like an idiot. No, but
yeah,
you get what I'm saying, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He sounds like he's got his mullet and his big trucker hat with the mesh and his flannel, and it's probably cut off, and he's got a
Right.
bad tattoo. He sounds like the stereotype of a trucker,
Yeah, sure.
and he knows it,
Yeah,
and he's fucking with me through it, and it's
right. He
great.
definitely, talks about later on or how that's not him at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's not that guy. So, um, I
but this
thought,
song is. You
yeah,
go ahead. This song
yeah.
is a
So
great Southern
I
rock.
like it a lot. Yeah,
Uh, and again, the vocals are like, do they fit? Do they not fit? Yes, they fit. No, yeah, no, wait, what did he
well,
say?
one thing is he never hides his southern accent, dude. No
I
matter
know.
what style, no matter what vocal style he's doing, and he does quite a few different ones.
Yep.
He's from Alabama.
Yep.
Like that voice is, he definitely does
Sounds
not.
tired.
Yeah,
It
and
sounds haggard at times.
yeah,
And then other times it sounds like it's the strength returning to his voice, if
sure,
that makes
sure,
sense.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's still cracked and harsh and everything, but of course it is, because he's just getting to that grind. He's just warming up his instrument.
Yeah. So I said that this song sounds like a Southern Springsteen.
It's very positive. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
every
not
man.
not even. Yes, that's what I meant. Like in the way like Glory Days,
hmm
or it's very in line with like a Bruce Springsteen, Glory Days, Born in the USA. That era of Bruce Springsteen, like
Yeah, it's very
Pump Your
relatable.
Fist. Yeah. Um, I quoted to the fucking rich man, all poor people look the same.
That is so true.
Yeah. I fucking pulled that out, dude, because I love that line.
I remember him saying it and thinking
Yeah.
that is so. I didn't write it down, but I do remember him saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, the song is about being proud of where you're from, being proud of being from the South,
Right.
but not necessarily proud of the past.
Right.
He's proud of where they're from. Every line practically is like, okay, I love this, but that doesn't mean I love this. Like it
Yeah.
goes back and forth. And then it's almost an anti-anthem because it's very anthemic, but at the same time, it's telling you stuff not to celebrate at the same time as telling you stuff to celebrate.
Right.
Whereas usually anthems are like, yeah, this is like, yeah, but it's just
I think
like,
his voice does that really well. And
yeah,
maybe that's what I mean. And he's using it like a trick.
yep,
The musically, you don't expect that kind of pop anthem to come through.
yeah, yeah.
But that's why he's using it because it's like, of course, it's part of it anyway. And he's just showing you that, look, here's the other element to the Southern sound. Because some of those bands uh, COC right now, Skinnerd, of course, have Molly Hatchet, Black Oak, Arkansas,
Sure, sure, sure.
have a bit of that big chorusy effect in it.
Yeah. What do you think of the new COC stuff?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Heard a
I
couple
didn't
songs.
like, for some reason, I didn't care for the In the Arms of God.
Okay.
It just, which was the album before this, I believe.
Okay.
It just didn't have that swagger anymore.
This stuff doesn't sound as heavy as what I'm used to from them. Like the groove, like the heavy
Like
crunch,
Volume Dealers heavy, or
like King of the Rotten. Like that heavy, you know?
I like that though.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have that.
Doesn't seem like it to me.
Is
Yeah.
he leaning into blues? Because he's a hell of a guitar player.
It
This would
could
be
be.
like,
You could look at it as being a little more bluesy. I just like the like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have
hmm
that. It doesn't have the, you
the
know,
riff.
yeah, there's just something about
Yeah,
that.
Pepper's a riff guy. He
Yeah,
really is. Some of the
yeah,
riff and down, which we're gonna have to get to eventually, since I know you
right,
like Pepper and don't know that album. He's
right,
a riff guy.
yeah,
He comes in with these big, especially again on that down album,
right.
which you might listen to anyway if you get into like a big. It's
Yeah, I should
heavy.
listen to it.
It's a
Yeah,
big guitar, big back and forth battle guitar. So if you get in that
right.
kind of mood, but it's kind of like personality and
Yeah,
something with just the chugging riffs kind of, I don't know, take
yeah.
away from it.
Yeah. I don't know. You're just not getting it as to me anyway. At least the
Yeah.
first couple songs I heard, I wasn't getting that. Like that sound, that COC sound from the
Well,
first three
their other guitar
albums.
player died.
Oh shit, that'll do it.
Woody Weatherman?
Woody died. No shit.
I think so. Yeah, let's look this up just because we
Oh
both
crap.
absolutely love COC, but I think the other guy, maybe it's the bass player, but another one of the founding core members
Yeah.
died. And
Oh
that
damn.
probably
That could
led to
affect
the
the sound. Yeah.
transition. Or it could be, what do you do? You aren't super familiar with Down again, so you
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
but Pepper plays like Pepper plays. So if you're
Right.
already doing that, and I know they've been recording and making new songs with Down, maybe it's more like, well, okay, what do I do with the new
Something else.
COC?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And plus, isn't it they're going back a little bit more to lean onto their thrash roots, like Vote with a Bullet and
I mean, it didn't, dude. Honestly, like, and I got to listen to it more. But it sounded the the first I heard two songs,
okay,
and to me, they sounded like modern rock. Like they sounded like they barely sounded like metal.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention because I was listening to them on my phone as part of like a bigger playlist.
Well, I
But
tried to listen to the new Black Crows, and the
yeah,
first song, it just did not grab me. And I
fair.
love the Black Crows.
Yeah,
I
fair.
knew what I was turning on. I knew what
Right,
to expect, and it just didn't
right.
happen.
I still think that album's heavier than most of their stuff, though. I think
Oh
they,
yeah, 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 yeah. The new one.
yeah, I don't know what they did to the guitars and stuff, but it sounds
Jesus,
a
there's been
lot.
a lot of members in this band.
Yeah,
We were asking about somebody that
Woody.
just died.
Yeah.
Well, see, it says that Woody Weatherman's still alive.
Okay.
It says they're also. I, I thought for sure one of those guys passed, and I was wondering if that led to the sound change.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, let's get into the actual album.
Three great Alabama icons.
Interesting too. This
Yeah,
is a really interesting story, history lesson.
that's what I wrote. History lesson.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
football player.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Bear, whatever his name is.
Reed Mullen passed away,
Okay.
so not Woody. Okay, I had gotten confused. Yeah, Reed
Okay.
Mullen, their drummer, had passed away.
Yeah. He talks about what he says. This is a song where he says, and playing guitar was a lot less impressive than being able to throw a football to the girls in my high school.
Yeah,
So, Yeah.
That's another South thing,
Yeah.
football.
Football, man. Yeah.
And think about what he's talking about. Go ahead. Well, you're if no, everybody knows. I don't care how big of a football guy you are.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. Alabama, Crimson
Roll
Tide.
Tide. Yeah, roll
Yep.
Tide, baby.
Whether it's
I've never watched a football game in my life,
right, and you know
and
that.
I still know roll Tide. Yeah.
Yeah, I got family from Alabama, so unfortunately, a oh, here's an interesting dichotomy now that we're talking about. I don't know if I can tell this kind of
Yep.
story without insulting my family. Not that I care all that much because the
Right.
honesty is honesty,
Yeah, yeah.
but I already brought it up.
Steamroll.
So it's kind of interesting that I have family from Alabama
Yeah.
and they lean more toward the dead, drunk, and naked kind of
Okay.
type.
Yeah.
They're very
They like to have fun.
what? No,
They
they're
like to
white
have fun.
trash all around. They're the
Okay.
typical thing. If I said, "Hey, imagine some white trash."
Okay.
So now you got
Yeah, I got you.
meth, and they have their own struggles, but
Sure.
it's reflective. It's of what that song was talking about. And we were
Yeah.
talking about them, and it was just like, wait a minute. They love football because there's the football roll tide and all that.
Yeah.
But there's that other side of at least my part of the family who all claim Alabama. They all claim that Southern pride. They probably have, some of them probably would have a freaking rebel flag if they had the
Yeah.
ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And one is okay. Yay, everybody, let's football fans, yay. And
yeah.
the other, they don't
Yeah.
talk about. No one talks about
Yeah.
except for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm having an experience with this album because of the Alabama connections,
Sure.
and uh, I feel a lot of it because I know the side he talks about that's like, oh, you're struggling. So I
Yeah.
get that too, and but that's really not what this song's about either. I get sidetracked so bad.
Yeah.
The Alabama Icons thing is well, is Ronnie Van Zant, the football
Yep.
player, and
George Wallace,
George Wallace.
who apparently, I learned this from this album back when
Hmm.
I first listened to it. Governor of Alabama from 1962 to 1986.
Damn.
That's a long fucking time to be the governor of anything.
I wonder if they loved him or if he was just like, fuck off, I'm the governor and you can't do nothing about it.
I mean, he kept running, he kept winning because you have to keep running,
That's true.
you know?
I don't know anything about Wallace, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, dude. Well, George Wallace was the guy who George Wallace was the face of anti-segregation
okay.
during the 60s. Um, he's the guy who, when they finally when the federal government said that there was not going to be segregation anymore in public schools,
Uh-huh.
he stood in front of a school with a shotgun and said, "We're not doing this in Alabama." And he was the governor.
I don't understand. Like, man, I get it now,
Yeah,
generations now, whose parents taught them to hate black men and whose parents might have taught them that, God, to think of them as lesser.
right,
But that's not what we're talking about.
right,
We're
right.
talking about who's supposed to be a reasonable, important, smart enough to be the fucking governor,
Yeah.
but is still saying, no, these humans, these
Well,
people can't come to my school
yeah.
because they're a different color. That's
Color.
all it is.
Right, right, right.
I don't get it.
I don't know, dude. George Wallace is a piece of shit. Was a piece of shit. George Wallace is
Right.
now, as you'll learn in the next song.
Right. I want to. I'm really gonna have to. I know it's conspiracy stuff, but I'm really gonna
Yeah,
have to look into the timeline of when they brought the Nazis from Operation Paperclip
yeah,
over and dropped them in Alabama for NASA because I know they
okay,
did.
right,
So that
right,
I'm gonna look into the idea of is that what it is? Is it just
well,
because they brought these Nazi dickheads over here and they live in Alabama and they bred a bunch of dickheads and they do the thing
right,
they
right,
do where they want their neighbor to be a dickhead and they want their
right.
friend to be a dickhead so they can all shave their heads and be complete assholes together?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if it's this song because I wasn't going to write down every freaking lyric, but there's a song where they're talking about George Wallace,
Mm,
and Patterson says in his household George Wallace was looked at as a man from another time, and racism wasn't welcome in his household.
I like that
So
too.
yeah, so that's an interesting. I don't know if he just kept winning because he was always the governor, and they were like, "Well, he's our governor," or I don't know, man.
What is the
But
chance that since we're talking about an album that's full of duality and could
yeah,
you could you be a racist piece of shit like that, but not be bad at your job? Like,
I
I know that
mean,
doesn't sound fair, right? And
yeah,
but people are more than one thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, dude, so like, generally speaking, okay, I'll fucking old boy who's a Proud Boy that used to be in the
Oh,
Misfits, Michelle something or other or
oh,
Mikal.
okay,
So he was the singer in the Misfits in between Glenn Danzig and Jerry Only,
okay,
and they made some good fucking music, dude.
right,
I got nothing. That guy can fuck off.
right.
You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
I'll still listen to his albums. You
You
know?
won't let it taint his. So, what's the
Yeah.
chances? And I haven't looked into Wallace, so if
Right.
I'm offensive to anyone, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you could be, honestly, you could be a dumb, not dumb. You could be
Right.
a racist because maybe your parents taught you this,
Yeah.
or maybe you actually believed somebody's bull crap about they carry exotic disease, something,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and
here's okay.
not be a shitty person.
I mean, so I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be. I've read about George Wallace. I've read up
Oh,
on him.
okay.
I've learned some things about him, but also a lot of what I know is from the lyrics of this album. You know,
That's
but
interesting.
honestly, this album is pretty fucking accurate
Yes.
with what George Wallace was. So
Right.
George Wallace was a lawyer
Uh-huh.
and a judge who was really well known for his humanitarian and very especially for the 60s, like very pro uh segregation and pro like integration policies.
Right.
And he ran for governor in 1982 against a guy whose whole fucking thing was I hate black people. Like that was his platform, and he
Right.
got destroyed.
Good.
So no, no, I mean George Wallace got destroyed. The I hate black people guy won.
Really?
Hey, or 19. I said 1982. I meant to say 1950.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 1958. My bad. So 1958. So
That-
1958, Wallace got destroyed.
Right.
So he came back the next time and ran on a fucking I hate black people platform and won every single year until 1982, and then he wasn't allowed to run in 1982 for some reason, so he had his wife run instead,
Hmm.
and his wife ran and won. And then later on in life, he said that he regretted all the pain that he had caused people, that it was
He's
never
not a man.
really how he felt. He just did it to further his political career.
Which is what he's doing at the end too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or maybe,
yeah. But yeah. So I honestly though I don't think George Wallace was ever racist, dude. I think he was just an opportunistic piece of shit who
Well, a
didn't
lot of the
care who got hurt. That's really what I think, dude.
A lot of the stuff that gets labeled racist or gets thrown as
Yeah.
racist in the South is kind of a trick of the winner.
Yeah.
Because listen, I know Custer was, they paint him out to sort of be a piece of shit, and maybe he was.
Right.
I
Right.
can't argue that very well, but
Right.
he did brilliant things. General Lee was a hell of a general.
Yeah.
He just happened to be, I don't know. I start to wonder when we talk about the Civil War and they talk about the
Yeah.
North versus the
Yeah.
South.
Well,
The
there's
slave thing
yeah.
is not quite as big of a thing as we've been led to believe. Like
Right.
some of these people in the North wanted to free the slaves.
Right.
It, the thought I'm having, because I
There's
read it somewhere, was it was just a tactic. It was just
yeah.
a, hey, if we say we're going to free the slaves, guess who's going to vote and fight for us?
Right.
And
Right. Right.
that kind of underhanded, sneaky, devious, it's the Vince McMahon thing. Yeah, that's underhanded and that's devious, but there's still a level of genius there that,
Sure. Sure. I didn't write it down, unfortunately, but there's a song in here where he talks about a song on here where he talks about his grandpa and how his grandpa fought in the Civil War and how his family never had slaves. His grandpa told the story, and his family told the story that his family never had slaves. His father didn't believe in slavery. He believed
mhm,
everyone should be free. So his family worked their farm. Like he never did
right,
that. But he's at home, and who the fuck are these soldiers marching on my land?
right,
So he joined the Confederacy to fucking keep the North from coming down and taking his land.
right. Because
Had
at that
nothing to
point,
do
what did
with
he know?
slavery. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I was saying it's a little bit of to the victor go the spoils, or the winner
yeah,
tells the story.
yeah.
Because when you hear people that are from the South,
Right.
like this band, talk about it, it's a
Yeah.
little different. It's not quite as
Yeah, I mean, it was
dismissive.
just as, maybe not just as much, but it had a lot to do with expansion and a lot to
Hmm.
do with that type of
Hmm.
thing, as well
And not
as
wanting to be a part of their that was a unit they were supposedly trying to unify
well, yeah, that's
all
what I
of us.
mean. Like the North expanding down into the South, and
Yeah.
bringing their way of life, if you will, down into the South and overtaking, making that part of their whole union.
I think it's
Which,
the earliest example of the American Empire.
yeah,
That's where it
yeah,
started because
yeah,
the North or an area
right,
just said, nah, let's go over
yeah.
there. Let's take it.
Well, I mean, shit, the American Empire started, with the whole we need religious freedom, so we're going to come to America and then we're going to kill the people who we find there. I mean, that was
I don't
kind
know
of
if
where
any of
it
that's
started.
true or
Really?
necessarily. Yeah, the more you talk to people or you hear stories from people that lived these kind of experiences, like this
Yeah,
album and some of these
yeah,
other artists, it's not quite as cut and dry as it sounds.
yeah,
There was a lot more wholesale slaughter, a
right.
lot more taking of lands. It wasn't quite as
Sure.
we're
Yeah.
just going to show up and live friendly with everybody else. There's a lot of invading there. A lot
Well, no,
of,
that's what I'm saying. Like they killed everyone who was already here.
yeah.
They came to this country. They said, well, we need a place where we can be free. Let's go to
Is
this
that human
country,
nature?
kill the
Is
shit
that
out of
human
everyone who's
nature?
already there.
Is it
I
human?
don't
Like,
know, dude.
say you're four, three, however many generations removed from Europe, you start to look, think, and feel like a different people.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're not enough people to go beat down Europe and make everybody modern or whatever like you.
Right, right,
So you're
right.
going to go over to America and make all of them modern like you. And
Yeah.
then what happens? Well, the same thing. Your idea sits for so many years and people, generations and things change and water down. And then those people are like, well, we're not like blah. So let's go take it from them. or the other way around. Oh, we are so awesome.
Right.
Let's go make Mexico awesome. It's
Let's
empire.
go
We're an
next.
empire. America
Yeah.
is an
Oh,
empire
sure. Yeah.
that
Um,
everybody seems to think is this quaint little government that works for us.
yeah.
And albums like this and artists like this aren't afraid to talk about it. They're not afraid to
Yeah.
shine, and it's not an they shine a light on it, but not in an accusatory way.
Yeah,
It's
they're just
more
telling the
like,
story.
yeah. And he's a little bit proud. He's like, man, those people fucked up.
Yeah.
But doesn't everybody? Don't you? And that's a Southern thing too.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, uh,
Yep. Yep.
giving people a
Giving
chance
grace.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, grace.
Yeah.
That's huge because you got the
Yeah.
gospel and everything that's big down in the South, and grace is a religious tenet.
Right. 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 Right.
That's
Right.
actually huge for the style of music too. Grace and the thought of it. That's a perfect.
Yeah.
That was well said.
I appreciate that.
And the
um,
next song is about Wallace.
yeah. Well, I just want to say real quick though about the three great Alabama icons.
Hmm.
It's another one of the spoken word songs,
Yeah,
uh, but somehow it's really emotional. I don't get it, but you can hear it in his voice, like how much the words that he's saying mean to him.
it's.
And yeah, and I love that. Like,
I think it's the style of his voice, and that's what I was getting at earlier, saying use his voice like an instrument. He
yeah,
knows.
yeah,
So the way he says things is not only perfect for the song, but he knows that the sound of his voice is going to enhance the
it's yeah,
song.
it's gonna you're gonna feel what he's saying with his words, which you don't always get in spoken word segments on albums. You know,
Right.
sometimes, at least for me, sometimes those parts are just kind of like eh,
Well,
but it's
that's
not
kind
like
of
that.
what throws Rollins off for me sometimes. Like I respect Rollins for the icon he is and everything, but
Sure,
he
sure, sure.
he does this spoken kind of
Yeah,
delivery. Don't
yeah,
like it,
right, fair.
but it kind of
It
works for what
works
he's
for this guy.
doing.
Yeah. So yeah, Wallace is a funny ass song.
Oh, this song is honky tonk as fuck.
Yeah, hey, dude, it starts out with this guitar twang, like a Dwight Twilley, and I wanted it back so bad. I was like, they never did it again. I was like, do it again. They never did it again. But it slips into like a really nice bluesy, funny ass song about how George Wallace is going to hell.
Yeah,
Going to hell, buddy. But at least there'll be some tea down there because the devil's a southerner.
and when I wrote this down, I
Yeah,
emphasized honky
yeah,
as fuck. And in the
yeah,
middle of it, put fuck you. It's funny. Fuck off.
yeah.
Honky
Super
as
funny.
honky
Yeah,
tonk as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah, yeah,
And the lyrics aren't, but they are.
yeah. I love the lyrics, dude. I think that song is hilarious.
Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
and there's
It's
a smoking guitar solo, like a really good bluesy freaking guitar solo in this song too. That's great.
yes. The
Yeah,
way they grasp whatever the sound, whatever the tone down there is of the South, they
yeah,
know so well. It's
yeah.
so
I
well
mean, they grew up in it, you
placed.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, that's one of the things about this band. They didn't just grow up in the South; they grew up in that sound. Like I said, the Patterson's dad was the bass player at Muscle
Yeah.
Shoals.
He
So,
talks
like,
about being friends with later on with
yeah,
Skinner. He says a
yeah,
line I wrote down that's fuck.
yeah, yeah, dude.
All right. So I guess we should try to slide on.
The Zip City,
I just put what the fuck.
man.
And there's an inbreeding joke. Touche.
And there's a gay joke, and
Yeah.
there's all kinds of jokes. And
Yeah.
there's a sister who's a slut, and a
And they're
sister
jokes.
who
You get
won't
it.
give any pussy. You
Yeah.
know? But
It's so like uh, small town. I get it. And
yeah,
he is joking, right? But
yeah.
he's also sort of not.
Right, right, right. Yeah, absolutely, dude. So I thought when it first started, I thought it started out sounding almost like an '80s hard rock band, but
Yeah,
then
I
it
can see that.
slid right out of that into electric country.
Hmm.
So Yeah, but it's it's about the hypocrisy of a religious family. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
dad
I do actually.
is the what is he, the preacher at some Baptist church, but he's as long as the coffers keep filling up, he's gonna have some money. It's gonna
Yeah,
keep coming in, and
that's a real thing too.
yeah,
That is part of the South. I don't know
yeah,
why, and that sounds like something I should look into.
yeah.
But the South is known for those tent
Snake oil
revival
salesman. Yeah.
snake oil salesman.
Yes,
Again,
sir. Yep.
that's the perfect
Yeah.
for this song. That's
Yeah.
the perfect
Absolutely.
vibe.
Yeah.
It's the gimmick, it's the shine, it's the Will Smith, whatever he was doing. It's an
Right. Right.
illusion, and it's barely like that's the thing. It's barely there. He's saying
Yeah.
you see it. It's right here. You
Yeah.
see it, but
Yeah.
it's part of it. It's
He's and
maybe
I
it's his
like.
style. It's so accepting and so every man. You just go, I relate to this on in ways that you feel. That's hard to say, oh, I'm thinking the devil says this, or maybe the woman feels this. It's like I
Right.
don't know what I'm saying. I'm just feeling what what he wanted me to.
Yeah.
The
I,
master of that, or they
I
are masters of it.
yeah. I love how the story kind of progresses. Like he's making this drive because that's where the girl lives, and then he's like, "Shit, man, this drive might
Sucks.
be." Yeah, this drive sucks. This drive might not be worth it because she's not even giving me any,
Right.
and her dad hates me. Well,
Yep.
it's funny because it starts out he was on the way to see her,
Hmm.
and his car goes off the road, so his dad had her dad has to come and pull him out, knowing that he's on the way to see his daughter,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, so it starts out, and they're already on a rocky relationship. But I love the whole progression, dude, where eventually he's just like, she's gonna be stuck there forever, and I'm getting the hell out of here.
Right.
And maybe that's why her dad doesn't like our relationship. Like he comes to the realization, like he knows there's not gonna be a wedding. That's what he
Right.
says. Not gonna be a wedding on that red carpet in the church. Um,
Right.
so yeah, dude, it's just I love the whole thing. Like the brother was the firstborn, and he was born with 10 fingers and 10 toes, and it's a good thing because he needs all 20 of them to keep that closet closed.
Yeah.
That is hilarious, dude.
Yes, it is.
It's so good, man.
Because wait a
Yeah,
minute, let's have a little bit of fun here.
yeah,
What's he
yeah.
actually talking about? Because there's that storytelling trope of inbreeding, and then you lock the kind of mutant looking one son in a
Oh,
closet or in
dang.
an
So I just
attic.
figured he was gay. I just figured the son was gay.
Right, but I'm fucking
That's
retarded, so
yeah.
I'm having a good old
You're
time with
thinking like there's inbreeding and they're
yeah.
trying to keep.
I'm thinking some straight up Southern Gothic VC
Yeah,
Andrews inbreeding uh,
and they got to
lock
keep him in the
the
closet because he's a monster.
that's a real thing.
Oh yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know about the Kennedy sister?
No, there's a
Okay,
Mongoloid
so
Kennedy sister.
yeah, pretty much. Did
What?
you just say mongoloid?
Yeah, I said Mongoloid.
I love that word.
Thanks.
Yes. She was I don't know if it was hysterical or overly
Right,
emotional, but she had a thing and they
right.
fucking lobotomized that bitch and locked her up and didn't talk about it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she's a fucking Kennedy. Not just
Oh,
a
that's
Kennedy,
terrible.
she's the sister of John and the other guy.
Oh, that's terrible. John and Robert, John and
Yeah,
Bobby, and yeah.
yeah.
Oof,
Bobby
man.
Kinney talked about it on. I think a lot of people hate on Bobby Kennedy Jr. because they just hear Kennedy Jr. or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
hear what he's doing and they don't understand that guy. He talks
Right.
openly about, listen, there was absolutely some honor and some of that in my family,
Yeah.
but they were also,
Yeah. Sure.
isn't that's the way it is. We talked about, or I touched on this earlier. That's the way it is. People are never one thing.
I mean,
They're
dude,
just
if you have a political dynasty, if your family is a political dynasty, there's something going on. You know what I
right.
mean? You don't get that just from, you know, regular
Do you
shit.
think that there are any good intentioned people left getting into politics? It seems like that's the game you get into when you know you want to rob, steal, and
Yeah.
make all the money. Or not make all the money. take all the money.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. So here's my thing. Like, I kind of look at politicians the same way I look at police, right?
Hmm.
There's two reasons to get into politics. The first one is power.
Yep.
The second one is to help people.
Yep.
But if you legitimately think that you can help people in that system, then you're an idiot.
Yes.
So if you're a politician, you're either corrupt or you're an
Mhm.
idiot.
Yep.
That's that's the same way I look at cops, dude. If you're a cop, you're either corrupt or you're an idiot.
I
It's-
I say it like this.
yeah,
Politics is pro wrestling for people who think they are too smart for pro wrestling. And here's
fair.
why. Two guys are fighting, but they've already decided in the back what exactly they're going to do and who's going to be the bad guy. And all they're doing is fighting because someone else told them to take all your money.
Yeah, fair.
It's pro wrestling. It's a stage. It's a
Yeah. I mean that comparison's been made, that
yeah.
politics
Are
and
we
pro
used to
wrestling are the
that?
same thing. Yeah.
Is that why an album like this comes across so like raw and
Yeah.
honest?
There's
Because
nothing staged on this motherfucker.
people see I don't know what's going on in Southern Rock right now, so I don't know who would
Yeah.
be a band, but I was trying to think of a comparison like the WWE.
Yeah.
They the WWE is pro wrestling, but it's not. It's a lot of gimmick, it's a lot of turn up, it's a lot of shine, it's a lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
illusion.
Yeah.
It's a lot of entertainment, right? And
Yeah.
then something like this is kind of the opposite. It's still music, but it's not dressed up in flash. It's so bare and so honest that it's confusing to take a look at because you don't
Yeah.
expect it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I told you this whole album was an experience. Just the way he
Yes,
tells these
so, dude.
stories, it's like
Yeah.
what I was not expecting any of this.
Right. And I didn't really like, I mean, I said, this is a dense fucking
Mm,
album, but I also said it goes along with the stuff we've been talking about, I
it
was like,
does.
yeah. So I was like, man, you got to hear this because, I feel like obviously there's a lot to this album, but I also think that if you like Southern rock, if you
Hmm.
like, blues adjacent stuff,
Hmm.
there's stuff for you here in this album.
This isn't play a couple songs off of this album. You could,
Yeah.
because a couple
Well,
songs are
Let There Be
stellar,
Rock.
stands out.
Yeah. If you played Let There Be Rock or maybe Guitar Man Upstairs,
Or the
you
what was
know,
the early one? There was one early on that I was just like, oh my God, this sound is speaking to me
yeah.
in every way possible. Maybe it was set the road 72 maybe, but
Oh, sure.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's
It's
some
also
songs that you
like
could play as like a single, but you wouldn't get the feeling of it. You wouldn't
right.
understand what the album's about.
I could see why people maybe even wouldn't even like this band if you put out Dead Drunk and Naked
Sure. Yeah.
because they don't know what to latch onto. Because some people
Right.
are going to be like, yeah, woo, I'm the entry level.
Right.
And
Right.
some
Right.
people will
Right.
be like, ah, fuck, I'm the middle
Well,
level.
dude, you know what's funny? So the Southern thing, the band actually stopped playing that live for a while because people didn't understand the song and they were
Hmm.
bringing like rebel flags to the show and like holding them up and they were like white supremacists and stuff were like, oh,
Yeah,
that's our song, like they were freaking. And so the band pulled that song out of their set list for a while because they didn't like the reaction that it was getting because people didn't
right.
didn't fucking get it you know
I always hated how Pantera got a lot of that. And
yeah,
from being a fan and meeting them and reading everything again and watching, they weren't racist. They're just
right,
not.
sure.
But for some reason, why is that?
Well, didn't Phil Alsamo and the guy from Machine Head have a falling out over racism, but it
From
was
what
the
I
Machine Head
understand,
guy who like was doing
they
the
were
racist stuff.
playing they were playing a show, right?
Yeah,
A bunch of these bands. It was not supposed to be recorded. They were all fucking off.
yeah.
And evidently there was a backstage joke about white wine. And somebody said, yeah, it gives you white power. Oh, shit. And then it turned into, yeah, white power. And they're just joking about the white wine.
Right.
So when Phil says it on stage to a small
Yeah.
crowd, most of them get the joke and they're like, that
Okay.
asshole
Okay.
actually said it on the mic, and they laugh it off. But
Yeah.
that's not how Rob Flynn took it. He took
Okay.
it as, again, Phil's being a racist asshole.
Got it. Got it.
And
Got
it's,
it.
to me, it's context. It's just,
Yeah.
they made a stupid joke.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is too, now that Phil Alsamo's sober, he hates himself.
Hmm.
Like he talks about all the fucked up stuff that he
Hmm.
did, and half of it he can't remember. And he's like, I wish I never did it. I was so bad to so many people who didn't deserve
Hmm.
it. I mean, like, so good for him for being a man, and fucking owning that shit.
Yeah, he tried to tell everybody, even Rob Flynn, but
Yeah.
Rob was just like, nah, you're just a racist, and I'm tired of you doing this. I'm tired of people
Yeah.
defending you. I'm tired of it's like,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I see what you're thinking, but you might have just it's an inside joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on.
Maybe.
Right on.
Yeah, let's get back to the not,
Yeah.
and
It's
that's the thing about this. It
the
talks about
not racist.
racism,
Yeah.
it touches on racism, but it
Right.
doesn't embrace it, it doesn't endorse it, it doesn't,
It's telling stories.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
still letting you know that shit's bad.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like a
George Wallace is
goat.
in fucking. I mean, like the Wallace song says, George Wallace is not in hell because he's a racist. George Wallace is in hell because he hurt a bunch of fucking people.
Yep.
You know, and there's some sweet
So,
tea down there, dude. So,
yeah, Dip City is just a good encapsulation of what this band is doing.
yeah, I like Zip City. It's a good
Yeah,
song.
it's tongue in cheek. It's got some
Yeah.
funny stuff. It's just a great song. I don't want to say it doesn't stand out because I mean, at this point it doesn't stand out,
Right.
but that's
Right.
just because the styles they chose here are more muted, not muted, more
Well, and it's in between Wallace and it's in between Moved, and Moved is such a beautiful fucking song. It's
ugh.
so soulful and pretty and like, yeah. So I mean, it's a different.
Yeah, well, that works actually. It's a
Yeah.
palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So we'll go right into talking about why we needed or why there is a palate cleanser
Right.
because of Moved.
Yeah. Yeah. Just you can feel the regret, dude, in his voice, and it
Where is he
sounds.
recording this?
I don't know, dude. I
Did
tried to
you
look up
notice
where the
that?
album was recorded, dude. I tried to but
It sounds like he's recording inside a can.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he crawled into one of those bum barrels and he's like, I'm playing from
Singing his
here.
fucking tune. Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
It's and he knows it because
Yeah.
he uses whatever's going on with the echo and the different sound. He uses it in his guitar playing to create this like haunted, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was
And
cool.
again,
This was
this one,
cool.
it talks about addiction and it talks about wanting to be redeemed, which is crazy because we were just talking about Phil, but like that's
Right.
what this song's about, dude. It's a fucking heartfelt soul song about being sorry for the piece of shit that you were when you were on drugs. You know what I mean? That's really what it's about, dude.
There's a part of
Um,
that, like we were saying, in the South too, where they're like, "Hey, I know there used to be racists,
yeah,
but
yeah,
where's that grace? That's not us. That's not
yeah,
me." I mean,
yeah,
I even recognize that it was my dad or my grandpa or my uncle, and I can say, "Yeah, fuck that part of it too."
yeah, yeah.
But
There's a line in here too where he talks about the people so nice you got to watch where you step,
yeah,
and that's good shit, dude. Like,
well,
cause
that's that Southern thing too. The
yeah,
hospitality,
yep,
the
and sometimes that hospitality hides some serious bullshit,
hmm.
you know. So
Ooh, so that's oh,
watch where you
interesting.
step. Yeah, yeah,
So you were seeing it as you had to be careful where your step because of the bullshit.
yeah, yeah.
I was seeing it more like they're so nice you don't want to step on them. So just be careful
Oh,
where you step.
interesting. No, I saw it as you got to watch where you step because they're dropping bullshit. That's what I was. That's how I saw it. Interesting.
Yeah,
Two
that's
different, two different views.
yeah.
Yeah,
His style or his simple writing invites that. It's
yeah,
open, it's matter of fact, right? That's a
right.
straightforward line.
Yeah,
But there's this.
Two
hidden.
sides. It's the two sides depending on your relationship with people who are nice.
Yep.
You know, I mean, to me, people who are overly welcoming almost always have some
Oh yeah.
kind of an agenda, dude. There's always something they're trying to get out of being cool to you,
Right.
you
Well,
know?
that's why I don't like clowns. A lot of people like have irrational fears of clowns.
Yeah,
It's not that. I don't like them. I
that's
don't like your dressing up and pretending to be a clown, a
uh
happy, a go lucky. I
yeah,
don't like it because I know you're pretending. So what's behind that?
right. The
And that
tears of a
sets
clown.
something off in my head with
Yeah,
clowns for some reason
yeah,
because of that, what you were trying to say. If you were overtly, look at me, I'm happy, la, 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 la,
right, right.
that's because
You're hiding something.
inside you're a monster or you're
Yeah,
sad and lonely. And it
fair.
it does something with my brain. But this album and this artist in general, when he does it, it's not disturbing. He's like,
Right,
hey, look at the sadness behind the glamour. And it's not like, now the monsters are creeping out from under the rocks. It's like, yeah, it's scarred and it's dirty. But
right, right,
if
right.
you're nice to it, if you can forgive it a little bit, it's going to grow. Like there's a promise in, especially this song, and I don't know if it's the echo or what, but there's almost a promise that it might get better.
Yeah. And did you notice that this song is just guitar and vocals?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not an acoustic guitar, it's an electric guitar. It's a very
That explains some of the echo.
vibrato, like reverb soaked electric guitar
Yeah.
and his voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty badass.
Well, there's something going on there too, because it's something with the buildings or venues and sound. The reason
Mhm.
I bring it up is Blacktop Mojo, who are also a Southern band,
Yeah.
did a thing in it was like an old brewery,
Okay.
specifically
Neat.
because
You get
the
that.
shape of the, yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like
So
recording in cathedrals and old churches and stuff, people always talk about how fucking awesome that is, you know?
yes, that's
So,
what he's doing.
yeah.
He's creating that amphitheater,
Yeah.
um, church kind of in
Yeah.
a tin can,
Yeah. Definitely.
but also kind of like railroad car. I don't know why I got this flash of him just playing in a railroad car, and I don't know if it's just because the style of the music or the way it
Right.
feels,
Sure. Sure.
but it it had the metallic quality of it for some reason. It brought me to just sad
Yeah.
railroad. You're just riding the rails. You're just
Dude. So there's this documentary that Johnny Cash recorded for PBS
hmm
about railroad trains.
hmm
And it's crazy, dude, because it's educational.
yeah.
It's fucking Johnny Cash talking about, but he's so enthusiastic about it. And so like, and he drops a few songs, like original songs
Mm.
about riding the rails and stuff in just during the thing. And at one point he's sitting in a boxcar and he's singing this song, picking his guitar. It's so cool. You wouldn't think like a documentary about fucking railroads would be,
I
but it's so cool, man. Like it's such a good watch, and it's only like an hour long. It's
There's
freaking.
a whole community. There's
Mhm.
a whole lifestyle. It used to be.
Yeah,
I don't think there is anymore because of the way, but of riding the rails like that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Popping
feel that.
trains, man. Yeah,
I mean, I know I like people too, and I like having friends and my dog and all that
right,
an
right.
anchor, but
Yeah,
I feel that a little bit. And I don't know why, but something sounds almost romantic
yeah.
about
Yeah,
your
definitely.
your ultimate freedom.
Yep.
You're just free. You get to do what you want. You get to say what you want. You get to play music all day if you want. And if you're not thinking about, no, I get to lay around and do drugs or be drunk, that's really what I'm doing. There's a kind of romantic kind of feel to it, the idea. Can you imagine being able to just do that? And if if you needed to eat, you could just take your guitar and go set out in front of the dollar store, and it's
Yeah, and
enough
get it for the
people were
bucks.
cool to
Yeah,
be like, fuck yeah, I'll throw you a dollar, man. Or why don't you
right.
come on in here and I'll feed you. Why don't you come hang out with my wife, my kids, and we'll feed you. And
That'd
there
be
was a
awesome.
real is that a leftover good thing from the railroad, the Underground Railroad, that
Maybe.
being accepting because you didn't know the personality that you were bringing into your home,
Right, right.
but
You
you
just
were
had to
still like,
trust that it was a
yeah,
human and you were, you were letting them, helping them get freedom, helping them,
you were
yeah,
showing them or giving them grace.
grace. Yeah, indeed.
Southern grace. That's the Southern. It's that ability or that I'm just going to treat you good. We're
Yeah,
on even footing, period. No matter what you look like, no matter because in the South they got all those different looks. They got the scrawny meth head looks, and they got the big
yeah,
cowboys, and they have rockers, and they have. It's like a welcoming. Hey, man, we're all
yeah,
Southern. That's
yeah,
the pride. We're all of us, the Southern rappers and the Southern metalheads and the Southern. It's just teachers. We're all a thing, a value, a tribe.
yeah, yeah. So man, so the next song
Ugh.
is a fucking great song. Let There Be Rock. First song by the Drive By Truckers that I ever heard. It's about being young and being dumb and damn near dying and the mythology of youth and the mythology of fucking rock and roll. And if you notice, like every single youthful song that he talks about, he damn near dies.
Yeah,
And then he talks about, I never saw Leonard Skinner, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet,
yeah,
and he talks about the plane crash and fucking, and he talks about Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhoads and what happened there. And then
yeah,
even pulling out Bon Scott because Bon Scott fucking rock and roll tragedy, dude.
yep,
But he sure saw AC/DC. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Fucking, it's a great fucking song, dude. I love the phrasing in it. I think it's a standout song on the album, and it might be because it's the first Drive By Trucker song I ever heard. But I
Right.
still think, but I sure saw Molly. I just love the fucking rhythm to it. I love the melody, and I love the storytelling. You know, his
I,
sister Dee Dee pulled him out of his own puke when he was
yep,
about to die. So yeah,
I liked it for a different reason.
okay,
I kind of got this feeling when he said I never got to see Skinnerd,
yeah,
but I sure saw Molly Hatchet,
yeah,
who is my thought there was you didn't see Skinnerd. You
yeah.
saw the tribute to Skinnerd. You saw
Sure.
somebody telling you,
You almost got greatness,
yes.
just missed it, dude.
And that's kind of tongue in cheek again, because that's what got slapped on Molly Hatchet.
Yeah,
They were a phenomenal band.
yeah, but shit, dude, they damn near got famous, at least around my friends and stuff, for their live version of Freebird,
Yeah,
playing somebody else's song. As much as people like flirting with disaster, people played that live version of Freebird. You
right.
know, like so. Yeah, I mean,
And they got kind of slapped with that.
yeah,
They're just another Southern band. And
yep,
it's they weren't. They weren't even a Southern band. They
right,
were because they sounded like it. But they were
right,
more like what I would think is the influence for these guys because they had the
yeah,
big catchy hooks and they
yeah,
had the more sing-songy kind of thing
right,
that was yeah, Skinner kind of did too, but it was a different.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So my favorite Skinner song is "Give Me Three Steps."
Yeah, that song's badass.
And that song is catchy as fuck.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and it tells a story. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
right in line with this whole album.
Right.
Um, I don't know. I love Skinner. I can't fucking,
Well, again,
I
with the
mean,
dichotomy or not the with the duality of it, this
yeah,
guy is the opposite, or my first reaction, let's say it that way. He's the opposite of Van Zant.
yeah,
he's more measured. He's telling the story. He's making sure it's where it's going to be. It's
Sure, sure,
the
sure.
music notes are all where. No, you know what? Ronnie was evidently the same way,
Yeah,
but the
yeah. Ronnie was.
presentation was a
Yeah,
lot looser, a lot more. Look at us. We're really these loose Southern party boys.
right,
Where
right.
this guy is saying, I make Southern music. This is all Southern music, but I'm not Skinnerd. But I
Yeah,
am Skinnerd. But
yeah.
I, okay, so
We're
on
all
this song,
scared.
we're all Skinnerd. I wrote, is this your mental picture of what blues rock is? Because this is so you. Like, since
Oh,
I know you like power pop and
yeah. I
kind of,
love, dude. This song was the perfect first song for me to hear by them. That's
oh
for
yeah.
damn sure. You know,
Now,
so like, yeah. It
all
took
right.
me a while to
So
get into the whole album because
yeah,
this was the
yeah.
first song that I heard by them. But yeah,
This song
yeah.
is super very polished. And to me, it's like this song sounds like it would play in an episode of Friends if they were visiting Muscle Shoals.
Sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can see that. I can see
Because
that.
it's like it's got that same feel that Friends does, that na na na. You know,
Right,
their
right,
song is
right.
very upbeat, it's very light and flirty, but
Yeah,
it's blues.
yeah,
So I was
100%.
like, this sounds like in the Friends universe when they'd visit Muscle Shoals or whatever,
Yeah,
and this is what would be playing.
yeah, I'll
And
take
that's
that.
not a knock at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll take that, dude.
Yeah. Well,
This
I
is
know you would. You
yeah,
like that kind of, and this might be a good time to touch on that
yeah.
on this. The whole album is missing something for me.
Okay,
It's missing the looseness, the sweat, and
okay,
the sexy and the grit that I like out of blues rock.
okay, okay.
But that's because that's not how he feels. That's not what he's doing.
Right, 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 right.
So it doesn't make me dislike the album. It's
Yeah,
just that's the differential. And like say Bishop Gunn, they had a little bit more of that I seem to like, a little bit more swagger, a little bit more looseness.
sure, sure.
And this is just polished playing. These guys are good, man. And it's
Yeah,
just good. It's like with Adam Rich, um, almost wholesome style of the blues, where the blues is almost always a little sad, a little dirty, but this
yeah,
is not that at all.
yeah.
And that goes right into road cases, and I don't even know
Road
what the
Cases. It's a fun ass song, dude, about road cases.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't
I mean,
even
yeah, it's about hitting the road, dude, and
yeah,
try to be stars. But when
yeah,
the fame is gone, you got to sell all your shit so you can pay off the cocaine debt that you
yeah,
accrued when you were a star.
yeah.
That's it, dude.
And the whole time
That's
he's
it.
singing,
Yeah,
I could picture just lone, beat up, they're black, they got silver trim, the
yeah,
road
yeah.
cases. Because
Spray
how
paint
many
your name
times
on
are,
it, or
yep,
maybe just what do you say, DNT
yeah,
or
how many
DDT?
times have
Maybe
we
just
seen
DDT.
that in
Yeah,
books and magazines? That is such an iconic thing of,
yeah, man.
and the way he kind of
They
features that is really neat.
literally wrote a song about road
Yeah, because
cases.
who does that?
Awesome. Yeah, no one.
And I could
No
picture
one.
at first, it's like, oh man, it's the road cases, let's go. But after a
Yeah,
while, it's like, there's that fucking road case again. It's
yeah,
beat up, it's busted, it's
yeah,
worn,
yeah,
but it's there. It's
yeah,
his, it's theirs, it represents them. It's also that thing. Sure, we look beat up, we're tired, we're worn down, but there's still that core strength, determination of the Southern sound. And it's
yeah, yeah,
obvious to me, that's the tongue-in-cheek part about the song.
yeah, definitely.
He's
I
funny.
think the guitars sound really good in the song too. Just to say that about the sound. It's got some great ringing guitar sounds like that are really cool in it. Um,
Every sound they choose to feature or use fits the idea of the
Yeah,
song.
for sure. Yeah.
And that's so neat, especially on the one uh was it the one right before? No, it's the one that sounded like it's being recorded in an
Oh
amphitheater.
yeah. Moved.
It was really obvious on that that's what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
And once you get the whole band playing, they all kind of do it. And I think that's what created that overall sound that I say they all play in. It's because
Yeah.
they all fit together, except for his voice. His voice is the cherry on top, whether he means it to be or not. It's
Yeah.
the nail. It's driving it home. It's and the way he uses it differently
Yep.
in almost every song.
For sure.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like this at all because of the
Oh,
way they're
that's
playing
great.
this kind of happier pop blues that you like.
Yeah.
But that's just the style they're playing.
Yeah. It's funny because I didn't even like think about it. You and I think about music so differently, I
Yeah.
guess. And I mean, that's cool, because with me, like, I zone in on the voices and the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
And that's where the emotion comes in most of the time.
Right.
Sometimes you can hear it in the music, but a lot of times to me, the music is just the dressing and the voice and the melody and the lyrics are what really make it matter to me. I think that's part of
Right.
the reason why I can listen to so many different styles of music and like it all. You
And
know?
that sort of explains why you like pop, right? Because it's a
Yeah.
cleaner vocal style. It's
Yeah.
very
Sure.
much you understand our enunciations.
Yeah.
Where again, I like a sloppier kind of, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know
Definitely.
also going into this album, I knew it was a concept, knew it was a rock opera, and like I said, I asked Chat GPT, I just said something simple like, I don't know how I'm going to approach this album, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. And it told me, okay, well, it's actually a story, a statement, an examination of the whole Southern
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. The
And
mythology of the South as seen through
a real,
Leonard Skinner, kind of like
a
as
real Southern man.
yeah. Yeah.
No pun intended for Neil Young, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could make this album and be from New York. Even as a concept
No,
album,
dude,
I
there's
don't
no
think you
fucking
could.
way. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Are there any good do you like New York City or New York, even like northern writers who write about the South? Does that exist?
No, I think
I
it's
wouldn't
a
think so. I think you got to be there, man.
yeah, I think it's a culture thing. It can't
Yeah,
you can't fake it.
you can't write about New Orleans
Yeah, if you've
unless you
never been
fucking
there.
yeah, yeah.
And
Unless you're
that's a
the
good
person.
thing. You picked the perfect example because
Yeah,
I've been to New Orleans.
right,
I can't explain it to you.
right.
It's there's a ghost in the South, and it's in this music too. And it's the reason I use the word ghost because it's not racism. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
um
Well, we talked about it
the
before
trailer
too.
trash. It's not the drinking, but it's the
Yeah.
ghost of it.
When we talked about Bishop Gunn, like there's literally they talk about the ghost of Muscle Shoals, and
Hmm.
it's the sound that you get when you're there because it's in the walls, it's in the ceiling, it's in the lights, it's in
Right.
everything, and that ghost of the building, the ghost of that area gets in the music, man. Like
And
that's
these guys went, "Oh, yeah, we get it. The ghost of your little studio you're in. Let
yeah,
me tell you about the ghost of the South."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You could have written this as a novel.
It was
Of
supposed to be a movie, so
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
epic the way he's telling stories and the way it progresses. Because early on, we got some of the swinging, the kind of jukeboxy, kind of high energy, and then now that we're into the middle, road cases.
yeah, yeah. Road Case is a fun song. The
There's a
next
lot
song,
for me.
not
There's a
so
lot
fun.
going on here.
Yeah,
It's it's the middle of the road where you've been grinding forever. You ain't got nothing to say because all you've been doing is looking at these stupid effing road cases.
right.
It's I think it's his voice and the way he chooses to tell a story. It's so visual that I can just picture the road case, and my brain goes, "Okay, but it's worn. That means it." This guy's a great storyteller. He's a
Indeed.
throwback
Yeah,
to Johnny
100%.
Cash and Bob Dylan and Arlo Guthrie,
Arlo Guthrie, sure. Maggie's
Guthrie,
restaurant or
and those
Alice's
kind.
restaurant and
Yep.
Bicycle. Yeah. That's the
And
only two
then
Arlo Guthrie songs I know. I've
yeah,
heard others, but I know those two tunes. So,
and then there's the next song.
Women Without Whiskey.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot.
Another song that sounds really great, in my opinion.
Oh
Oh,
my
I did
God.
want to say something too when you were talking about the production.
Hmm.
I meant to say something then and it slipped my mind. So they actually purposely recorded this album. Like they don't necessarily like the remastered deluxe version or whatever.
Hmm.
Because they purposely recorded this album to sound like an album that was recorded in the 70s.
Awesome.
Yeah. They,
I
they,
get it
they
now.
yeah, they did that on purpose and they tried to write it and perform it from the viewpoint of a band that was living in the 70s. And the songs are kind of supposed to take place in the 70s. Like all of this is supposed to be through that lens,
Right.
experiencing Leonard Skinner and experiencing the South. And like, yeah, so that was why I meant to say that earlier. That's why the production can get a little thin sometimes because they used like 70s technology to record the album so that it would sound like an old
That's
album.
cool. And it
Yeah,
doesn't surprise me
yeah.
because, again, we've
Because,
both picked up on it. Meticulous,
yeah, yeah, yep,
knew what the vision was
yep.
and executed it
Oh,
perfectly.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
Whether you like the style or it speaks to you on an emotional level, like some music can or not, this as a story, as an experience, is fantastic.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
this movie would have been serious, like well acted, well written, it'd have been
I
home
would have seen
run.
it. Yeah,
It would have been. These are the stories that people really like. They
yeah,
really want to hear this guy's story, even if it's you're just telling it, you're making it up, but they still want this. Don't give me the fluff. Yeah, we get it. Skinner was great, but
yeah.
give me that real something. And that's a part of blues, the real, the grit, the
Absolutely.
honesty of
Yeah,
it.
no bullshit. Yeah.
And that,
So,
yeah, you go ahead because this song is gonna get
yeah, no, I just want, I mean, I've got a couple little notes, but like, there's a line in the song that says, it don't make you do a thing, it just lets you.
mm,
Talking about whiskey.
yeah,
So many people are like, oh, I never would have done that if I wasn't drunk.
I
But
hate
that's
that.
only because it let you do it.
Yeah.
It didn't make you do that shit.
No, you're coping. You're
Yeah.
no, it
Yeah.
wasn't me, it was the alcohol. Shut up.
No, it was. And but it has like really soaring melodies. It's a bigger song than it sounds, and
Yes.
yeah,
Um, is this I wrote this down, so it's gonna be kind of hard to explain, but
yeah,
we're gonna try. Is this the truth about what I romanticize about the blues? Listen to the lyrics.
yeah, yeah,
He's it's not the romantic idea I have.
right,
It's it's still the music, right? But
yeah,
the what it's saying is so like true and raw
yeah,
and real. It's like, oh, is this the real side of what I imagine? Because we all have our own fantasies and our own stories we overlay on things.
sure, sure,
But the way he's using the music to say, hey, look here, it's
yeah,
like, oh man. And something happens at the end of it. Okay. So it's a country heartbreak song, right? We get that.
yeah, sure, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it flips around the perspectives, good, bad, indifferent, and there's something happened that's it's either very tongue in cheek. Uh, so he ends the song by repeating the line, "Whiskey's hard to beat."
right. But which, yeah, but does he mean whiskey's hard to beat like it's the best, or does he mean whiskey's hard to beat like
You can't beat whiskey
you
like you can
can't
beat a
beat
woman.
whiskey? Oh,
Yeah, I saw it from
oh,
this perspective
holy shit,
of
dude!
the guy was complete. trash or he thinks he's funny because the way the song ends,
Yeah.
just repeating that line, and in
Yeah.
the way he's kind of exposed or talked about the shittier side of human nature in some of
Right,
these
right, right,
songs,
right, right.
I was just like, is that
Oh,
is that a joke? It's either really, really funny or I'm an asshole.
damn, dude. I didn't even look at it like that. I looked at it either like, it's either, ironically, like whiskey's hard to beat, like drinking it, or
Right.
whiskey's hard to beat, like it's hard to stop drinking once you start.
Absolutely. And
I
that's part of it
definitely did not
too.
look at it like whiskey's hard to beat. Wow. Damn, dude.
It's I think it's his voice and the
Yeah.
way he sings, you can picture that bad stereotype of the Southern guy who's gonna maybe he's not actually a wife beater, right? He's just
Yeah.
making a joke, an off color at the bar joke.
Yeah, like the freaking, what do you tell
The waitress with two black eyes
two
or
black
with the black
guys? Nothing,
eyes.
nothing she hasn't already heard twice.
Yeah.
You know,
You know how you deal with the waitress with two black eyes?
how's
You
that?
speak very slowly because she obviously doesn't listen.
Doesn't listen. Oh my god.
It's
What?
terrible.
Yeah. What was the Matt Rife joke that he got in all that shit for? It was just a stupid joke like that.
No, I don't remember, but I bet it's funny.
Yeah.
So we
Something
go
about going in
from
the kitchen. Something about a waitress with a black eye and she's going back to the kitchen. But I can't remember what he said. But he got
But
so
I
much
think
trouble
this
for that
song
shit.
is that. It's the
Yeah.
joke of it. It's you know this guy. Or I'm an asshole.
Right, dude.
But because of the way he sings about both types, all
Yeah.
perspectives, and he's not afraid to talk about the
Messed up stuff.
darker. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just thought either that's really, 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 really tongue in cheek funny, calling out that stereotype,
Yeah.
or I'm an asshole.
Right.
It's funny that you're like, no, I didn't.
I didn't even pick that up, dude, but right on. I mean, that's.
Well, like I said, this became an experience, especially three, four songs in when I caught that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah, because there's humor in a lot of these songs. Like I said,
yes.
that Wallace song to me is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that song is just funny as fuck. So
The one where he's just talking to himself driving over to this chick's house that he's not sure
yeah,
how it's
that's
going.
funny too.
And
That song's funny too. Yeah. Yeah.
because let's go ahead and be real honest. Sorry, ladies. We've all probably had that conversation.
Oh, dude, I
Is it
ride
worth
on.
it?
When
I
I
don't
was a kid,
know.
I rode
She's
a
cool,
bike.
but
Yeah, when I was a kid, I rode bikes.
me too.
So if I'm riding my bike, and but by a kid, I mean like, 16, 17,
Yeah,
18.
yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah. So when I'm going to get laid,
Hmm.
I'm doing it on a fucking bicycle.
Yeah, me too.
And it's just like, man, I could just stay home, freaking listen to some Motley Crue or
I
not
used
Motley
to
Crue, but.
would that have been like my first serious girlfriend, really? I think so. I'm probably a freshman. Anyway, I can
Yeah.
date this because Blind Melon, it's just Blind Melon, right? The album No Rain's on. Hadn't been
Yes.
out very long because
Sure.
that's what, again, music and everything, that's what burns this memory that applies into my brain because I'm riding a bicycle with, I would think, a Discman around when No
Sure.
Rain came out,
Yeah.
listening to that album to
Yeah.
go spend time with this
You're,
girl that I'm
yeah.
dating. And it's
Yeah.
still early enough in the relationship where it's still all that early excitement. So it's kind of funny that you said, oh, well, this would have been me on a bike because this was me on a bike
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sorry again, ladies, there were some girls where I was absolutely frustrated that, uh, and he really, she did not give me anything yet. I don't know why. Maybe because hormones are out of the,
Yeah. Yeah.
but in this case, that wasn't it. That was,
Right.
I mean, obviously it's not obvious, but we were messing around like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's that innocent anticipation conversation that he's talking about that I relate to it in so many ways.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Even talking out loud to yourself on the bike. Man, I could
Yep.
do better, or she's too good for me, or it's so every man. It's so real and truthful, like he's been
Yeah.
doing the whole time.
Yeah.
And fucking plastic flowers on the
You get
highway.
real and truthful. Goddamn, dude. Yeah. This song's heavy. You
Yes,
know,
but not riff heavy
not
and song.
musically heavy, like, but
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, so what I
it
put for this song was how quickly everything could turn dark for no reason. You
yeah,
know?
and that's the point.
Yeah.
For me with this song, I mean, we obviously you can tell it's about death and
Yeah.
little
The
memorials and
imagery, dude.
I know.
Talking about the machine sweeping up the glass. And then what does he say? Part of his I can't remember what you call it when you get out of jail and you have to do shit. I can't remember what it's called, but
Work release,
yeah, but that's not the word he uses.
gang. What
But
did he say?
part of his whatever that phrase is.
Hmm.
Did he say community service? Maybe he said part of my community service was picking up
Hmm.
was cleaning up the side of the highways, and every few miles
Yeah,
or every little way, a little bit, you'd see another reminder. You'd see more plastic flowers.
yeah, that's a thing
Oh,
they
shit.
that happens.
Yeah,
This made me think of since you don't drive, I don't know if you've
yeah,
got to see much of this, but there's
yeah,
some areas in downtown Indianapolis that are pretty poor, and
yeah.
you'll see stuffed animals
Uh-huh.
taped and stuck
Yeah,
all around
yeah,
these
yeah,
light
yeah,
poles and
yeah,
stop signs. And I didn't know why that was there for the longest time, right? I was like, oh, well, I'm sure it's got something to do for kids.
yeah.
And then you find out it's
Kids who
when
got hit at
somebody
that.
an innocent kid gets killed or is taken.
Yeah,
So now when I see those, it's just like the
yeah,
plastic, it's the it's everything about it. And the, like you point out, the line about the machine that picks up the glass,
yeah,
not a person, not somebody that cares, somebody that knows what happened. It's a machine. It's just pick up glass.
yeah, yeah, man. I did I kind of touched on this a little bit before, but his phrasing is
Hmm.
fucking immaculate. He fits words into these songs that you don't think would fit, but
Yes.
somehow he finds a way to make it. I mean, it just fits in the song. He fits his stories. He
Yeah.
still says everything that he needs to say, and it all fits in the song. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. The way he sings is
Yeah.
understated.
Yeah.
And I think that's because his voice demands so much attention that it sometimes can take away from the subtle nods he's doing, like when the honky tonk comes in there, or
Right. Right.
the
Right.
more pop stuff where you're like, oh wow, listen to him with this big chorus. And it's
Yeah.
like his voice, it's just so, and it's not something he's doing, he's not mixing it or anything, it's just commanding
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
and I think he knows it
Yeah.
because the minimal use of words, and he don't try to, like, say he wants to use the word boy, he don't try to sing it out or make it fit,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
he just says it, and
Puts you right
somehow the
there.
music is like, yep, that's
Yeah.
what he said. It's
Yeah.
this is an interesting band because it's not Southern dumb that gets that
No.
stereotype.
Yeah.
It's not even Southern rock. It's, yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. I
Yeah.
coined something later, and I think you're really gonna like it.
All right. Cool.
The song was
I
heavy. I agree with you. You just kind of go, ugh.
Yeah. It does have a killer guitar outro.
Every time.
Yeah. Kind of
Do we
going
want
at
to
it,
talk
dude.
about his guitar work? And I
Yeah.
said at the beginning we'll end up getting away with it or
Right.
getting away from it, or I would. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah, agreed,
The,
agreed.
the way he
I think the
can,
guitar player is the other songwriter. So
that would make sense.
yeah, I
That would make
believe the singer
sense.
plays bass. Don't quote me on that though, but I think the singer plays bass and sings, and I think the other
Um,
guitar player or
that
the
might
other
explain
songwriter is the
why
guitar player.
the bass, for my taste, just
Yeah,
wasn't featured enough.
yeah, it's not really in there too much. Yeah, yeah.
But also, I think that's the point because it's the
You definitely
bed
get
of
the I.
sound is wrapping you in the
Yes,
story.
yeah, yeah. You get
It,
like the campfire sound to it with the
that's a
guitar and the
perfect
voice.
way to put it.
Yeah,
It doesn't have that edge or grit and other types of blues, but it does have that campfire roots of blues kind of.
yeah, yeah.
These guys are the traveling by the railroads playing to get to the next spot to be
Absolutely,
a band.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with
And
that.
it's if that's just the story he's telling, he's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling you can't write this without feeling it.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I think this shit is super authentic. I think like yeah. I think
Underrated. If
I
people don't know
honestly,
this band,
right, right. That's the thing. Musicians love this band,
I could
but
tell why.
like regular people, there. I mean, people know the names sometimes, the Drive By Truckers, but I bet nobody could name a fucking Drive By Truckers song.
It's because they don't get the joke.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's not a joke,
right.
but uh, it's not a joke, but they are definitely like making fun of it, man. This is what it is. If you can't laugh at it, fuck you.
Yeah.
Then
Speaking of
that's a Southern
jokes,
thing too. Big humor,
yeah,
big humor,
right.
cutting each other down, but in a good way. Well, no, that's more a New York thing. That
Yeah, we definitely do that back home.
hey, fuck your mama. Nah, fuck your mama and your grandma, but you're
I
still
keep on
really tight
telling
boys.
I keep on telling Casey, he's got all these little names, Tommy Tough Knuckles and all these little names, and they're all like alliterative. But I'm like, no, dude, but you gotta use Joey Bag of Donuts. And he's like, it doesn't sound right. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but you know Joey Bag of Donuts. And he's like,
Yeah,
no, Dad, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, fine,
right.
whatever.
Isn't it funny how when you're young like that and
Yeah,
you get those kind of monikers, you're all about it, right? It don't
yeah,
bother you at all. I
yeah,
was, and I've told the story on here, so I won't go into the story, but I was given like one of the most badass monikers ever. And I
right.
think it'd be stupid, heavy metal Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it'd be stupid to put that out there everywhere.
right.
But if I sit back, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cheese out a little bit because that's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why is that a bad thing? Is it
I
when it
don't know,
comes
dude.
across too boisterous? Like I'm the baddest asshole on the block. Well, no, you're not.
Yeah, probably not.
Or is it just we don't embrace the fun of it? The Bobby
Yeah,
Knuckles fun, or
yeah,
because I make fun of my friends, it's the shit that will get you canceled. It's not, hey, this is Mark the Red. No, this is Mark the
right,
faggot,
right,
and
right, right.
but it's the same concept. You're just breaking balls. You're just
Yeah, yeah. Well, Joey Bag of Donuts, he's a fat
yeah,
piece of shit. That's, he looks like a fucking bag of donuts.
yeah. It's the stereotype.
Yeah, you fat piece of shit, Joey Bag of Donuts. But it's
It's
funny as
kind of
hell.
funny that we're talking about. Well, that's the Italian stereotype
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because the next song, Cassie's brother,
Cassie's brother. It's a
the
funny song.
fuck,
It's a funny ass song, dude.
yeah.
I said it sounded like old school Southern blues, and then I wrote Southern Ziggy Stardust. It's the Ziggy Stardust story. It's told through the eyes of a Southern rock garage band. Like, hey, Cassie's
That's
brother, let's let him come play, and then he ends up better than fucking everybody else. And now
that's
they're like the backing band for this guitar player, and
yeah,
they're like, shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't it
fucking
funny?
awesome. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
real
I love
thing.
how in the beginning they're like, we'll let him come play, and if he sucks, we'll just leave him out of the mix.
Yeah,
And then
I
it ends
love
up
that
fucking yeah.
because of the way this album is mixed.
Yeah.
Everybody get no one stands out. Everybody
Yeah.
gets to.
Gets
So
their moment,
yeah, saying you're leaving it out in the mix is
Yeah, just leave him out in the
hilarious.
mix, dude. But nope, Cassie's brother can play the hell out of some guitar.
Yeah. And I loved the addition of the female vocals.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I hate
good
they
stuff.
didn't bring it back more.
Yeah, yeah, it's the
Or
only
they didn't
song
let
that yeah,
her.
yeah,
She was silly.
yeah,
I wanted I wanted that smoky old Johnny girl. I wanted that.
yeah.
It would have fit, right? It would have fit, but that's not what they're to me, this is Les Skinner. This is Molly Hatchet. This is Black Oak,
Sure,
Arkansas. This is Dire
sure.
Straits. It's
Yeah, like I said, it sounds like old school Southern blues, man.
yeah,
You know?
but the no depression version,
Yeah, yeah, right
which
on.
is weird because it's not. It's not. Listen to his words.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe not so much on this song. All right. That
yeah. This song's just funny. It's another one of the jokier songs.
yeah.
God damn it, this kid plays better than all of us.
And then
What does he say? We became the guitar player's backing band or something like
yeah.
that. It's pretty funny shit, dude. So
Well,
yeah, the
that's a thing
next
too. Think
what's
about
that?
that. Think about that.
Yeah,
That's also a thing, a
yeah.
stereotype
Oh
that
yeah, fuck yeah.
happens.
That's why it's Ziggy Stardust. That's why
You
Ziggy
think
Stardust exists.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not fair, actually. I was going to say, you think the rest of the guys that played with Jimi Hendrix knew they were going to be
Oh,
Jimi
dude,
Hendrix
but
and the
Jimi
Experience?
Hendrix found
But
like the
yes,
three
yes,
best,
he
and he
did.
found like the three best fucking player or the two best fucking players he could find. Like
Well, that's
everybody
because
says that
iron sharpens
trio.
iron. You're
Yeah,
not going to
everybody
be
said that
Jimi
trio was
Hendrix
amazing.
and then
So
pick
yeah.
Ringo Starr.
Right. Ringo Starr's a badass drummer, though,
He's
dude.
not. I think yes, he's talented as shit, but
Yeah.
I think he's an efficient drummer. And that's the best compliment I can give him.
Right on. I don't know, dude. I
He's
think he's pretty bad.
middleman. He's efficient. He's the guy you get because he sounds like the Beatles, but it's just because he sounds like the Beatles. I'm not a fan of Ringo's playing at all.
I mean, fair enough, dude. He played left-handed with a brush. That's way fucking to make those
Danny Carey has
sounds.
7 arms and 7 legs. I mean,
Just saying. I don't know. I like Ringo Starr. I think Ringo Starr is pretty great. But
do you?
so yeah, yeah, I really do. I think
Do you
he's
make,
underrated.
oh,
And
you think he's underrated?
yeah, and especially if you watch him, if you watch his technique and stuff,
Yeah.
he plays. He
Is he a
plays
victim?
slow. You
Is he
know,
a victim of just the fact that,
he was in the fucking Beatles, maybe.
and no one was really until John Bonham,
Yeah,
and of course Bill Ward, a couple guys like that. The
right.
drummers were more like,
Accenting. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
they
for
were just
sure.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
and then guys
and
like Bonham came along and they were just like, boom, boom, bang, bang,
right,
crash.
right, and I think the fact that he was happy, he was the happy member of the Beatles. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like, and I think people just kind of wrote him off as like, oh, it's just Dippy Gringo. But I mean, the reality is, I think he's a pretty good player, man.
I
I
think he's
think
solid.
I don't know.
He
I
understands the assignment.
I think there's people who play his stuff and
Uh-huh.
they don't play it the way that he played it. They
Okay.
play it simpler than he played it. Like he would like I said, he played with brushes a lot, which is crazy to think of because
Right.
most players play with sticks. So he played with brushes, and he would also sweep the brushes across the drum head to make a certain sound.
Yeah.
That's innovative. That's new shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't
I,
know that he kind of started that.
yeah, yeah.
My
I think
favorite
that he
example
was.
of
Yeah,
that brush style playing
yeah.
is Alice in Chains Unplugged.
Oh,
He
sure.
plays
Yeah.
the whole
Whole
thing
thing
with
with
those,
brushes. Yeah,
yeah, and he
yeah.
uses them in ways that are like that, and to make weird little.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
fucking Ringo Starr thing, dude.
No shit.
So yeah,
To me, he's
yeah.
Arn Anderson. You know what I mean? He's solid. He's
A solid utility
excellent.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a role
I get
player,
it.
a
I get it.
carpenter. That's nothing
Well,
to shit on.
My favorite drummer of all time is probably Chad Smith
Oh, that's
from the Chili Peppers.
really
Yeah, because I think he just plays the fucking song, dude. You know, he always, no matter what style of music, and he's been in a couple different little side projects and stuff, he just plays the fucking song. He never plays anything too fast or too slow.
mhm.
All of his stuff fits right where it's supposed to be. His fills aren't overly long, like they're
Maybe that's why.
tasteful. I
Um,
fucking love Chad Smith.
maybe that's well. Hey, I'm the opposite of a Chili Peppers fan. Fuck
Sure.
that band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And
definitely.
maybe that's why I don't understand
Yeah.
the nuances. And we probably, I would not do this kind of deep dive into the Beatles. I just don't
Right, sure.
want to.
Yeah,
Not
there's
gonna
no
lie, I
point.
don't want to.
No point,
But
dude. Anyway.
if we did, I
Yeah.
think it would have to be done like this, where I'm listening for those little nuances, especially for these guys, because
Yeah.
like I said, the whole sound kind of wraps you up. There's no barbs, there's no point, there's no big, flashy step out guitar solos. It's
Right,
all
right.
nuance and subtle. And
Yeah.
if you're not paying attention,
You're
it
gonna
just
miss
goes
it.
by. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but there is some cool guitar shit. Like a lot of the songs have very cool
Had
outros.
to be. There
Yeah.
has to be
Yeah.
because, and that's kind of, I wonder if that's why it's all wrapped up in a pop sensibility. Because
Maybe.
he's like, they're like, fuck you guys, we're just a rock band.
Yeah.
But you're making us play Southern because you expect us to. And that's why it sits in this pop sound.
Well, I mean, they were also very influenced by like the Leonard Skinner, obviously, Graham Parsons, Uncle Tupelo, and Graham Parsons, Fine Burrito Brothers, for people who,
Yeah.
I mean, so that's influences they have named. You know what I mean? That's people
Hmm.
who Patterson Hood has actually said, these are the bands that fucking influenced me.
That makes more
So,
sense.
so he was probably going to play Southern country-ish rock, that was probably
Right.
what he was going to do. So,
Oh, and it's
but yeah.
perfect lead in for
Ooh,
me
so
at
this
least.
last four group of songs, when it all comes together and you realize that these four songs are the end of the fucking story and the story
Dude,
that they're telling.
dude.
Holy shit.
There are
Holy shit.
several holy shit moments.
Yeah.
Let's get through Life in the Factory real quick.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Even though it ties in because it's the start, because he says
Right.
that
This is the start. Yeah. This
they were
is,
practicing and they were learning to avoid life in a factory.
yeah. Leonard Skinner's fucking mythology. Yep.
How do
Yep.
you not relate? Well, I mean, you're not working in a factory right now, but I
But
have.
it sucked when I did.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I'm
How do
glad
you
I don't do it
not
anymore.
get that feeling of, you know, if I don't do this,
Yeah.
this is me, this
Yeah.
factory. I'm
Yeah.
going to be that old guy who doesn't care if he works 7 days a week because that's all I got is work. I don't want to go
Yeah.
home. I don't want to put up my wife. I don't have any hobbies. I just ground into whatever little.
Right. And why are there so many dickhead freaking gym teachers, dude? You know? God, I had so
Because
many dickhead gym teachers.
I used to use this line to make fun of DC in wrestling just because it was hilarious one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
He came out and he was trying to show the guys, some training guys. DC's Damon Cole is a friend of ours. He was doing
Yeah.
something with some kids where
Yeah.
he was explaining something, and then when he went to do it, he fucked up. And I
Oh, that's
stopped and
awesome.
looked at him and said, "Yo, DC, those who can't do, teach." And it's
That's
just
hilarious.
a funny thing.
Yeah.
But I was making a joke about this stereotype, the gym teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. Leonard Skinner is the gym teacher. Well, Leonard
Yeah,
Skennard or whatever the fuck the guy's name was is the gym teacher who got the Van Zant brothers kicked out of school and
yeah,
essentially started Leonard Skinner.
yeah.
What the fuck else were they going to do but start a
I
band?
wonder how many of these guys are returning drill sergeants,
Right.
returning
Sure.
extreme structure guys.
Yeah. 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 But
I could
yeah.
just picture the fucking little shorts and the guy's beer belly because he's sort of in shape, right? Because he did
Yeah.
some things before. But
Right. Sure.
now, he would
Yeah.
have been up. I would have been all pro if I just
Hadn't blown my, yeah, whatever. Dude,
teacher.
so did you think, like, I thought that this song sounded very much like something that would be on classic rock radio,
Oh yeah.
like Deep Purple or freaking, but not Deep Purple, not the fucking Deep Purple, like Highway Star,
Yeah.
like not, you know what I mean? Not like fucking the Deep Purple,
Mhm.
not Children of Time, not that
Right.
shit, but
I
something
think
like
that's the
that,
point.
yeah, or like some Bad Company. The
Yeah.
song sounded very like classic rock radio song about the mythology of Leonard Skinner.
Right. I wrote um again great Americana storytelling.
Yeah, yep.
And then I also wrote I think you need to see this band live to
Oh,
finally get the joke
yeah. I'm
because
sure they're ridiculous live.
yeah, because I have a feeling that's when the personality of the playing is going to come out.
Yeah, yeah,
Because as storytellers, I could almost picture the bass player, he's going to act one way, and then the drummer might embrace another of those stereotypes. I just feel
yeah,
like this is a band that you would just have to see live.
yeah. I think so. Speaking of the drums, I think this is the song where the drums really stand out the most, and it might be because they're reaching for that classic rock, that '70s classic rock sound
Yeah.
with the bigger drums. Because this is definitely like there's you can hear the drums, you can hear what they're doing a lot more on
Mhm.
this song, and they sound really good. Um,
Yeah, they added something that made them stand out a little bit more.
yeah, yeah,
And that's probably the point because of the story they're telling,
yep,
the way it applies to certain bands. One of them also being Black Sabbath,
sure, sure,
who somehow are involved with this Southern thing, but they're not Southern at all. But the factory thing is in their DNA.
yeah.
So the life in the factory thing is, to me, was another great example of
It paints a picture,
yes,
Yeah,
open storytelling. Maybe just the fact that his words are so well chosen that they open up like the road, like he was saying earlier. It could be Sabbath and how they avoided the factory, but it's also
right.
Skinnerd,
Skinner,
but
yeah,
it's also people that just like me that just didn't do it,
right,
getting out of the factory.
right. You didn't get out, so you're
Yeah.
like, fuck. I wish I had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great, 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 great storytelling.
yeah.
And
Oh man,
then
shut up and get on the plane. And you
fuck.
still don't get it. You know what I mean? I still hadn't gotten it. Like I was still like, oh, that's a funny title, and this song sounds kind of like the Beatles. You know?
Mm-mm.
I
To
thought
me,
yeah,
it's the record label and the fans and everybody telling Skinner, "Hey, just shut up and get on the plane."
right. But I hadn't made the connection until the last song that we were still fucking talking about Skinner.
The
I didn't
fuck
get that. Yeah, dude.
dude,
When I wrote it down when I fucking figured it out.
that
but
last song.
but yeah, I didn't figure it out that these four songs were about Skinner. I didn't get it. You know?
I don't know about Greenville to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they kind of take a little detour, but
That song sucks for me, but for a
really,
weird
well, I
reason.
didn't think
Oh
you'd like
yeah,
it. I didn't think you'd like it
it kicked,
because
and
it's a
it's not
punk rock
them,
song. It's a cowpunk song. It's
right?
fucking
And it's
yeah,
not them. It's not them at all. That's not what
yeah.
happened. It
I
reminded
said
me of
I said this
someone.
is good with three exclamation points because I remember
Mm,
it.
okay,
Because
then we're gonna have to get there because it reminded
yeah,
me of someone that tainted the whole thing. And I even wrote, "Hey, this is not the band's fault at all. The
yeah,
person it reminded me of is so whatever in my mind that
right.
just relating them to this song
Gotcha,
toxified it all." So
gotcha.
we'll
But I
get
do
there.
want
I
to.
didn't have any more for Life in the Factory. The perfect title, you get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then, like you
yeah.
said, shut
Shut
up
up
and
and
get
get
on
on
the
the plane.
plane.
Yeah. Fuck.
Uh,
When you
My notes
figure it
aren't
out,
very
man.
long. Is wow in big red letters. Just
Yeah,
A, did he say that?
yeah,
But also, uh, this is to me, this is like kind of Charlie Daniels outlaw. Southern rock and roll. There's like outlaw
Okay.
country. To me, this is
Yeah.
this is outlaw Southern rock and roll.
See, I thought it sounded like I said, I thought it sounded like the Beatles, like something like you say it's your birthday or some, like it reminded me of that kind of rock, like that,
Yeah.
you know. I
To
had a
me,
good, got to get you into my life. It
yeah,
reminded me of that, that freaking. So yeah, I
I
thought,
think that's the point.
yeah,
March
I thought
on.
it was
Keep
very
moving forward.
Beatles.
March
Yeah,
on. Keep
right,
moving
right,
forward.
right. Keep
Shut
going.
up.
Yeah,
Get on the
yeah. Get on the
plane.
plane. Right. So yeah, I totally thought that it sounded like the Beatles. There's a line in there where he says, "Guess the price of being sober is being scared out of my mind."
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well,
Because he
isn't
doesn't want to
that
get on the fucking plane.
yeah,
He's
isn't
like,
that a lot of I mean, imagine maybe he's talking about himself getting
yeah,
on a plane.
yeah,
If he's really friends, which I think he is, or at
yeah,
least was able to write a song like it with
yeah.
Skinner and that mythology, or really tight with it, he
Right.
probably has that.
Right. That fear. Yeah.
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 And a lot of people hide that with drugs. And that's what
Yeah.
he's saying. Well, now I'm sober.
This scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
What
I
if
think
I
it's
go
neat.
down like Ronnie did?
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
just like an open, honest bearing of his fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's outlaw to me. This to me is, like I said, it's outlaw Southern rock and roll
Right
because
on.
it's on the fringe. It's the whole perspective of it is the other side of the tracks. And it just works so well,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially for this song, because fuck, how is it so heavy? Like,
Man.
and it's just not distractingly, it's shockingly heavy. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, he's really touching on it.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't prepare you for how this album.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
it's just a great song.
Yeah. So then Greenville to Baton Rouge. Thankfully for you, it was a short song.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I said it's cowpunk. It has lots of energy. The
Hmm.
guitars are blazing, and then I wrote, "God damn, this is good."
Yeah.
And that's
So
that's where I was at with it. But
what was going on with this song is, I guess it would be my brother's real dad. I don't remember much about him. He was a
okay,
giant piece of shit. It was terrible, blah, 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 so on and so forth. That's
yeah,
why it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
tainted.
yeah,
But he used to listen to this, I guess it was rock and roll, but it was
yeah,
trucker, semi themed.
yeah.
Stuff
Sure.
like I'm in love with my truck and I don't give a fuck and DOT, you mother truckers, stuff
Okay,
like that.
yeah, okay.
Those are two actual harmonies and
My
what
God,
I remember the song sounding like. But it
my
was
God.
all this like that.
Okay,
DOT's bad. And for some reason, because of him, that's
that's
just,
what this reminded you of.
yeah, it's just sleaze.
I
It's
got you, dude.
creepy. It's the bad truck drivers that are doing the drugs and beating their wives. And it's Rick
Okay,
Cook. That was his name. And it's
nice. God, he had a
completely
crazy fucking
unfair
name.
to this band
Yeah,
because it happened right away. It reminded me of that style of music. And it was just, eh. Do you
right.
know that style of music?
I don't think so. I know trucker music. Like I come from a family of truckers, and so my one of my uncles used to like give me tapes that were like truck driving down the highway and shit like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it would have, songs about driving trucks.
yeah.
Like that's what they were about. But I never really thought of it as like one particular style of music. But yeah,
It's just what I remember.
right
So,
on. Yeah. I
and
couldn't
it,
even remember any of the fucking songs on there. Maybe, well, Convoy was on fucking all of them. The Chris Christopherson song.
oh, right.
We
No, I
got a
think
great
this
big
was
convoy
like
trucking
a
through.
band. Like
Yeah.
that was their whole gimmick, like the Flanders or the Razor Ramones or something. I might
Interesting. Yeah, I don't
might
know.
have to spend a little bit of time to look that up because the
Yeah.
whole mental attachment to it is actually kind of interesting.
Right, sure,
And
sure.
again, unfair because this is a cool song, like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, I liked
It
it.
sounds like going from Greenville to Baton Rouge.
Right, right.
And I think that's cool. And it's frantic for some
Yeah.
reason. And I don't know if it's because of what's coming and
Yeah.
that's why it's so frantic,
What's coming is understated.
or
Straight.
it needs to be a palate cleanser because of
Right.
what's coming.
Fucking trees are getting closer. What the fuck, dude? At first, I didn't understand what it was,
It's
but I
because of
should
the
have known from the
style of
name.
music.
I should have known from the fucking name. Angels and Fuselage.
Ugh. Dude, the first thing I wrote down is a lyric, and it's the
Yeah.
only lyric from this whole album I've written down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Adding up the cost of these dreams.
So I wrote it. So originally, I thought the song was about the things that you give up to pursue your dreams because of
Hmm.
that line. But
Right.
then I realized he's talking about his motherfucking life because this song is about the fucking plane crash that Leonard Skinner was in.
The
And it's,
cost
yeah, and
of
it's,
their whatever they were. That's what
yeah,
it cost.
yeah. I'm gonna fucking assume it's told from the viewpoint of Ronnie
No,
because no, you don't think, who do you think it is?
him. I think
So
it's
you
the,
think he's just putting himself on the plane with them?
or at least he was one of the people that went and did the thing.
Because the plane is crashing. Like that's the,
Right. He's singing about the plane going down,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
think he is somehow connected to all those guys in a
yeah,
friendlier way, in a
yeah,
not a you revere your idols or those that come before you.
yeah,
I think he was really friends with some of these guys because
yeah,
of
yeah. When I
yeah,
so
go ahead because to get to this line
yeah,
that I wrote down, it's so heavy. I'll
yeah,
take a minute. Go ahead and say what you were.
yeah. So when I realized what the song was about, the lyric "strapped to this projectile"
Mm,
meant two different things. Like strapped to this projectile, like I'm the fame, the rocket ship.
yeah, you got a rocket up your on your yeah.
Yeah, but you're strapped to this projectile as it's crashing, as it's going down. You can't fucking get out.
Yeah, you're
You're looking
strapped
out the
to it.
window, and the fucking trees are getting closer. And it starts out like a letter to his wife or his girlfriend or
Hmm.
whoever the fuck he's got back home. He's never gonna tell her. It's never gonna send it. He's gonna fucking die in this
Yeah,
fucking plane crash.
yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
It's a good way to talk about how that plane crash killed potential.
Yeah,
It killed future. It
yeah,
killed a gift.
yeah.
It ended essentially what Skinner were. I know they
They kept
did
going, but
something
dude, does
else.
anybody know anything after Street Survivors? Does anybody know any of the songs that they put out after they were
Doubt it. I mean,
the other Leonard Skinner, like
yes,
not
he went and
Ronnie?
seen him live, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, you're 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 doing that thing he said earlier.
yeah,
No, but I sure saw Molly Hatchet.
yeah, yeah. Because
I
I think they just after those first couple records, they obviously kept the band together, but they just kept playing those songs.
yeah. Well, when
Like
you
I
take
don't,
out evidently the heart and soul of something, right?
yeah,
We
yeah,
you see this a lot. I don't know if AC/DC is a fair example, but kind of there also. Alice
yeah,
in Chains to me is a big example.
yeah,
Um, Stone Temple Pilots is a big example.
yeah, yeah.
Sure, they can still play.
Patrick, what's his face is singing for them now? The fuel guy, or not the fuel guy, the filter guy? Is that
What? I
who's
thought
singing?
they had some Jeff guy that was.
Dude, I heard that the guy from fucking Filter
No, you're
was
thinking
Filter
of.
Cloud
I told
Sound.
you about this.
Oh,
When Weiland left him the first time, which would have been sometime in the early
oh,
2000s.
he was the one who sang on Talk Show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha,
He
gotcha.
was the singer for Talk Show.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha,
No,
gotcha,
now they
gotcha.
got a guy named Jeff Galt or Salt or something like that. He's a fucking
Okay,
idol,
yeah.
one of those type guys. It's
Right on. It's Adam Lambert.
pretty much. I mean, he's not overtly gay and trying to be Freddie
Well, yeah, that's not what
Mercury.
I meant. I just meant he was a fucking American Idol stand-in.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that polished, that I do what you think I should type
yeah,
artist.
yeah. It's funny because I mean, God, I don't want to get too far away from this song, but talking about things like that, Fuel when they fired
The singer.
Brett Scallions. they went to Chris Daughtry and they were like, dude, we loved your cover on American Idol.
Hmm.
Come sing for Fuel. And Chris Daughtry was like, I think I'm going to be Daughtry.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, I'm going to be Daughtry.
Yeah,
But it's still funny that like that was his fucking audition. They saw him on TV, you
yeah.
know? It's craziness. But
To me, it's cheap. It's
yeah.
gimmicky. It might not be. It could just be those
Yeah.
guys love their music and they love playing, and
They want to
you're
keep
going to
it
be a
going.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
have a singer. Well,
I
we have a
mean,
sound,
dude,
so
Foreigner hired Kelly Hansen and he kicked fucking ass. You know?
dude, what about the foreign dude who sings for Journey?
He sounds just like Steve Perry.
No, he doesn't. But
Well, from
I'm a
what I've
music
heard.
Nazi. Oh,
From
not
what
even
I've
close. I hear his
no.
accent when he sings.
What is it?
I
Oh, you
hear
can
his
hear his
accent.
accent? Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it closer. Not a Journey guy. So I fucking
I'm not
went.
really either, which is
I
probably
checked
why I
out
can
some
look at it.
stuff with the new guy, like, and I was like, okay, because I like their music. I don't like the voice. So I
Oh,
was
he
like,
does the thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean? He's
yeah,
great for Journey. He does the thing. It's
right.
just
And that's
being
why I didn't like it because I was like,
snob. I
yeah,
am.
yeah,
I get it. It's a cover now, even though it's
right,
not. It is
right. Well,
now.
shit, Leonard Skinner doesn't have any original members.
Yeah.
Neither does Foreigner, but Foreigner's retiring.
Right.
This is their
Is that
last year to do it.
why we're talking about that and it fits
Yeah,
into the whole album? Is that
yeah.
good? Is that just celebrating what your friends were creating, or is that just hanging on,
Oh,
just
dude.
riding those coattails because you're the Van Zant brother that didn't have the talent? Or
Oh,
was it some people, and this is what I was going to say earlier, what I should have said instead of the Arn Anderson analogy.
yeah,
Some people just aren't the megastar. They're just not.
right,
They don't have the
right.
personality for it. They don't have the crazy for it. Nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah,
just some people aren't the megastar.
right. I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
man. I don't know. That's tough. Um, because bands go through members,
Yeah.
obviously, but not having a single original member is weird.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's weird.
You're a
Yeah,
tribute band.
yeah, I don't get it.
And to
Um,
me, and I don't know why, being
yeah,
not the biggest Skinner fan,
yeah,
but to me, it's still an insult.
yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, if you look at Foreigner, though, at this point, Kelly Hansen has been in the band longer than Lou Graham.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's like, do you have the right to tell him, like, fuck you, you're not in Foreigner? You know?
No, no, no,
So
not at
that's the
all.
so that's the weird thing. Like, even if it's Kelly Hansen and some new guys, you've still got a guy who's been in Foreigner for 30 plus fucking years. So,
Is he the definition of the sound?
I mean, he sounds like Lou Graham. Like, that's what.
So he's just
So,
the replacement for the.
yeah, yeah.
What's that like? You're not,
Right,
I'm not
right,
hiring you
dude.
to come in and be Keith Miller and do your
Right.
thing and let's make
We're
some
asking you
songs.
how well you can sing like
Yeah.
Lou Graham.
Yeah. Listen, we don't give a flying fuck who you are or what you do. Can you sound like the guy that just quit our band for some reason?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's tough.
Yeah. That's,
That's a crazy gig. And even on the songs that they did, like they have a couple of albums with Kelly Hansen on vocals, original songs. He sounds like Lou Graham.
yeah,
And he didn't sound like that on Hurricane albums,
no.
So it's
You
just like,
couldn't do that.
holy
You
shit.
could not do that to this band. You
Yeah.
can
There's no
not.
replacing this guy's voice.
Right.
Yeah. No fucking way.
And it's so honest. This isn't plug and play.
Yeah.
This isn't I don't know, me and the guys just got together. We love Skinner. No.
Yeah.
This is a well crafted, well presented, well played. This is what concept albums are supposed to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know everybody loves, some people seem to love the Smashing Pumpkins double concept album. Not me. Not me. It's
Yeah.
not
I don't think.
cohesive. It doesn't really make sense. Some of the songs are pure fluff garbage. It's too long. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Doesn't have
Is
an
that
identity.
Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness? Is
Yeah,
that okay? Right on.
doesn't have an identity, doesn't do anything that says concept, this all fits together
Yeah, yeah,
because this is a concept album. He told the stories, used the music to tell the stories. It progresses in its own timeline.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah.
And the
And it's not a concept album in the way that like Mr. Roboto
yes,
or Operation Mindcrime
I
is,
was getting ready to say that. It's
where
not
it's
made
like,
up.
yeah.
It's not a
Well, and
fiction
also,
album.
but it's also not where like every song is a chapter in the story. Some of the songs just capture a feeling, like what
Mhm.
you're supposed to feel going into the next part.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
that's this song.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Greenville, or we're on the final song, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Greenville to Baton Rouge.
Right. Right. Right.
It's not a palate cleanser. It's not. It's the
Yeah.
travel between what's going
Yes.
on with Shut
Exactly.
Up and Get on the Plane
Yeah.
and then this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's there's space in real life between those events, right?
Yep.
You're That's the point where they're tired and they know the record labels shut up, get on the
Get on the
plane,
plane.
or
Yeah.
even doing it themselves. We should probably go home or stop
Yep.
drinking.
We got to go to
Go,
Greenville
shut
and
up and get
Baton
on the plane.
Rouge. Yeah.
Yep. But we got to go from Greenville to Baton Rouge. All
Yep.
right, shut up and get on the plane. And then the song is the travel of it
Yeah.
because it's not it's foreshadowing a little bit, but that's because we know what's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
just here's the travel song. Look, these guys are safe on their plane. They're traveling.
No, just going to Greenville and Baton Rouge.
Uh-huh.
And then the fucking plane crashes.
My God.
Yeah, but
There's
yeah.
so much. This song, I have so many reactions to it.
Yeah.
I bet it kills live.
Oh, I'm sure.
This
Yeah.
is a closer.
Yeah.
This is a home run. This is, you don't follow this. You can't. Maybe they can, right? Because I don't know their discography.
Right.
But
Right. And they've got a
from
lot of
everything
songs.
I've heard, you cannot follow this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's these lines. I just wrote ouch
Yeah.
because he says, friends in the swamp, friends on the ground, friends in the trees. His friends are dead. They're smeared, they're scattered on the ground,
Yeah.
in the swamp, in the trees. I've seen pictures of this wreck. There's a
Yeah.
really good HBO documentary. If you haven't watched it, which you probably have, but listeners, if you haven't watched it, I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, but there is a fantastic HBO documentary, and it will show pictures from the crash. And I could just visualize it when he said it, and it feels like he said. The words are so sharp and so to the point. There's no misunderstanding. There's no tongue in cheek double side. There's no nothing. This is, I'm standing there, my friends, my heroes, my idols, the people that meant so much. By
Yeah.
friends, maybe he means to the state. Maybe he doesn't necessarily mean his friends
Right.
or
Right.
to the sound, right? But
Yeah.
fuck, that visual,
Yeah. It's heavy, dude. It's a
yeah,
lot. It's a lot.
it's amazing too. Like, what did what did I listen to overall? Like, of course, I wrote this is almost verbatim. Of course, this ends the experience. I'm completely
Yeah.
unsure of what I just listened to
Yeah.
in a good way because he told so many great stories, and so many times you were like, especially me, where I would hear for some reason two meanings, two roads.
Right. Right. You definitely pointed out stuff to me that I didn't necessarily pick up on, man. But this is
This ending, like, how do you do that? Like, is it because he was setting it up the whole
the whole
time?
time. Right. Right. The ambition of
Or
the dude. Yeah.
And maybe you had to end it with their death because we've been talking about all these different perspectives of what a Southern person is or likes or how they sound. And if Skinnerd is the standard bearer, right?
Well, right. The
When
lens. Yeah.
the lens, thank you.
Yeah.
When they died, what happens if you take the lens off of something?
Right. Right.
And is that what this album's about? Because what happened after that? I don't know. He maybe even they're saying I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we're honky tonk. Maybe or maybe it's kind of the opposite also because Skinnerd were so good and so big and everybody heard them.
Yeah.
Once that lens was removed, even if it was painful and harsh, it allowed the other styles to come out.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
the Molly Hatchets and then the
Right.
Merle Haggard or
I mean,
I don't know.
even
Um,
38 Special,
yep.
even Donnie, would Donnie Van Zant have been able to, if his brothers were fucking Leonard Skinner, you know what I mean? Would he have been able to become what he was?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because 38 Special are different.
Oh, yeah. 38 Special mixes Southern rock with AOR
Yeah.
110%. Like they're a different style of Southern rock. They're like Atlanta Rhythm Section and
Yeah. They made a different decision where Skinner were like, maybe, I don't know. I'd like to know if it was a vision, like
yeah.
they as a group had a vision, or if it was more like they knew
Does
Ronnie's
Skinner have
style.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off
No,
there.
no, I think you were getting ready to answer my question, so I was letting you do it.
Well, no, I was going to ask: is Southern by the Grace of God? Is that a Skinner album?
I think it's just a catchphrase.
I thought Skinner had an album called Southern by the Grace of God.
Maybe the later Skinner that
Yeah,
I don't apply the credit that they might. No, I'm sorry. If you're not Skinner, but you're playing, you're a
yeah,
tribute band. Shut up.
yeah, yeah,
Go
for
away.
sure.
Go away.
Yeah,
I know that's
I
kind of
don't
hard
care
to
if you have the
say.
blessing.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't
a
care.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
Either be honest, hey, I'm just out here doing my best to honor my brother, my friends. Okay,
Right,
I can
right.
bite that. But that's not what's going on. Leonard Skinner's coming to town. No, they're not.
Are they though? Are they
Yeah.
though? Yeah,
That's an interesting thing too, because are they?
right.
I say no. If you went and got four guys that, if you went and got Greta Van Fleet and then said,
And you
Shh,
said it was Led Zeppelin?
yes,
Okay, yeah. Southern by the Grace of God is a Led Zeppelin or a Leonard Skinner album. Now let's just see when it came out and who all was freaking on it. 1988. Oh yeah, it was definitely the later. It was 11 years after they freaking died. So
yeah, fuck them.
yeah. But Southern by the Grace of God is actually a live album that they did as a 10-year like celebration. They recorded it in 1987. I guess they did a tour in 1987 as a tribute to the guys who had died. So
Yeah,
it's a tribute tour and they recorded the album and whatever. But yeah,
I get that. It's
yeah,
just, I don't
yeah,
agree with, no, I don't understand
yeah.
not only why they're doing it, but who wants to hear it?
Right, right. I was just thinking about in terms of like the attitude of Leonard Skinner, you
No,
know. Well, no,
no.
no. The name of the album, not like
Oh, I thought you
yeah.
meant, are they still Leonard Skinner?
No, no.
Then
In
no.
comparison to 38 Special, Southern by the Grace of God, that to me kind of encapsulates Leonard Skinner. Whereas 38 Special was like, yeah, we're from the South, but we're playing
Right.
rock and roll with some Southern
Yeah.
influences.
It's because they're from the South. Of course,
Yeah,
their influences are going to be,
Southern.
especially back then, right? Because we've talked
Regional
about,
radio and shit. Yeah,
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 that's what I was going to say. We've kind of
yeah,
talked about how sounds now we're used to, like, let's say Ohio for some reason pops off.
Right,
The
right, sure.
internet's going to tell us, hey, go
Yeah.
check out Ohio, go check out Ohio.
Yeah.
But back then, you just had to go get and play.
Dude, when did MTV launch? 1983?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, anything before that, you were fucking listening to the radio, and that's where
Hmm.
your influences were. And if a band that you liked that played on the radio came to your town, you'd go see them live.
Yep.
That was it, dude. Like, you
How
were
does that
not,
happen anymore? Like,
it doesn't, dude. The internet,
unless it's whatever. Jesse listens sometimes. If she has the radio on, it's whatever station is out of Indianapolis, modern pop garbage.
okay.
Um,
Sure.
I want to say ZPL. It's probably not. Anyway,
Right.
and
Should have
where
her listen to 92.3.
that might be what it is. I don't know.
WTTS is like a rock and roll album driven radio station.
Oh
So,
no, this is definitely like Taylor Swift and Nicki
no, yeah,
Minaj
they don't
and
play anything like that on
Doja Cat and
DVR. Yeah.
but the reason I brought it up is because it's a vibe now. It's a scene, right? And it's has it taken over that scene that
Yeah.
you don't know the band, so you get to discover it. Now it seems like you know that Doja Cat kind of sounds like Lady Gaga, and you love Lady
Right.
Gaga,
Right.
so we'll go check it out. Where it used to be, who are Leonard Skinner? Why are they coming around with fuck? I don't know. Pick a band. Bob Seger. Who? Two different
Yeah.
timelines. But anyway, why are they coming
Right.
around with
Yeah.
whoever would have been the bigger band?
Right.
And that's
Aerosmith.
the
Yeah.
magic of discovering Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Or that's not. Is that a thing anymore?
I don't think so, dude. I mean, okay. Well, so I went and saw the Aquabats, right?
Uh-huh.
And Mike Z and the Rats
Hmm.
and Coffin Cats opened.
Yep.
I didn't know either one of those bands, Mike V and the Rats. And I ended up loving the fucking Coffin Cats. So I guess it can still happen, but I'm also an old fucking man.
Right. Maybe
You
it's
know?
just not
So like,
as
yeah,
prevalent, or we're just not in that scene now.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Because
and I
I went and
also
seen
think,
Blacktop Mojo, and
yeah,
they're doing it the old school way. They brought bands with them I'd never heard of. They did the thing. Let's bring these guys that need exposure. So it's
yeah,
still out there.
yeah. I think part of the so music is global now,
Hmm.
you know, and it kind of has been for a while with MTV, but you still had radio playing pockets of stuff. You know, you could still
Hmm.
have radio hits. But now it's all the internet. And I think that's a lot of the reason why a lot of bands sound the same. Like pop bands fucking
Hmm.
all have the same sound. You know, like there's so many bands who are like influenced by the Seattle sound and they call
Hmm.
themselves like grunge bands now, but they all
Right.
fucking sound the same. Not
Yep.
that any of them are necessarily bad, but they all sound like the internet version of grunge, you know? And it's frustrating, dude. It's so hard to find unique, cool bands that are making rock music or making any kind of music, honestly.
Because they can't do it. Life
Yeah,
has changed so much that you can't be four guys in your teens struggling to get a band together and have a practice. You can't unless
yeah,
you've got a mom or a parent or somebody that's got a garage. Or now there are so many things where you got to get lucky
yeah,
because but who could, like, let's say I was young enough and good enough that I could play a guitar excellent right now. When
yeah.
am I going to have the fucking time?
Right.
I got to clock in 48 hours a week because if I don't, what's that do to my food? What's that do to
Yeah. Life has gotten hard, man. You know,
right? Yeah,
I feel like, especially compared to, as someone who grew up with, you know, not a lot.
yeah.
If you were to tell me now, you know, tell me back then, tell me now, that I would have a fucking 3 bedroom house to live in,
Mhm.
you know, that I would make a little over 40 grand a year, that, I would think like, fuck, I must be living life.
Yeah.
But life has gotten hard, dude.
Yep.
So much harder.
And that it used to be one of those theories or things you'd hear about that really was just kind of happened in rich areas, that keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
social media.
Now you got to keep up with the universe because it's
Yeah,
all fucking there, man. Yeah.
right. And there's a weird thing, and it's again, it's the social media because let's say you're wondering how fucking, I don't know, Keith is doing in Connorsville, but you live in who the fuck cares? And
Yeah.
you go to Keith's social media. Man, he's all picket, he's all ripped,
Oh,
or
man.
he's
Yeah.
doing balling like I want to ball, or he's
Yeah.
looking with that guitar playing like I want to play.
Yeah.
But most of the time,
It's an image. It's fucking
yep,
curated. Yeah.
all of your, oh gosh, your fuck, there's a Doomtree line. All your picture perfect futures are Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Uh,
It's 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 trying to capture the thing, not make it.
right.
Because these guys, there's no faking, there's no keeping
Yeah.
up with the nobodies.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm trying to say we don't have a space anymore. We can't afford to literally nurture these artists. Hey, man, okay, maybe work at a truck stop to make enough money to blah, 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 and we'll figure it out. Or the wife, or like, hey, we'll figure it out. You just go play your music.
Yeah.
Not because you don't want to, because you just simply can't.
Yeah. 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 I mean,
And this
it's
album sings about it, talks about it. This guy, he's probably got a song about this
it
very
probably does, man.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wrap up this album. I
I
can't.
mean,
I don't know
it's
what I listened to.
yeah. I mean, well, shit. I knew it was going to be a hard album. I knew that there were, first of all, it's
Themes
so long, 20 songs, 93 minutes is a
had to be
long time.
to tell this story.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But it's a long time to sit with an album. The good thing about this album is they make it easy to sit with.
Hmm.
They're not, I mean, there's challenging stuff on here, but there's nothing that's going to make you be like, oh, I can't fucking deal with this.
Yeah,
You know, it's not like sitting for an hour and a half with
nothing
Cannibal
face.
Corpse
Yeah,
or Nothing Face.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Or
not the
Land. Yeah.
expression going on here.
Yeah.
This is something else. This is,
Or even Morsey. I don't think I could listen to a fucking 90-minute Morsey album.
yeah, this isn't
You know?
artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
This is expression. This is campfire. This is real ground level.
And it's funny.
Yeah,
Like, there's definitely tragedy in here, but there's fucking humor too, man. It's real life.
yeah,
This
yeah,
album is about fucking real life, man.
absolutely. Because it's not all I'm drunk, nobody, and I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
There's some of that,
Yep.
but there's also working in the factory.
Yeah.
There's also dads being dads or men not being dads.
And there's the fucking devil having iced tea.
And there has to be, right?
Sweet tea, baby. Sweet tea in
I
hell.
liked I liked how that was kind of the devil line
Yeah.
to, of course, you got to give credit to the Robert Johnson thing.
Yeah.
And then that was it. They were like, yeah, it's a thing, but
Yeah.
that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
And I like that because that story is overdone. It's over talked about. It's over glamored, whatever. And he
Glamorous.
was
Yeah.
like, here it is
Yeah. The
on the,
idea of the devil being a southerner, though, he's in Georgia and he's, down in Tennessee and he's in Alabama,
yeah,
but he's also a southerner because, hell is down south.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's hot.
Yeah, and it's hot as
It's
fuck.
hot in the South.
That's why you need some sweet tea.
It's
Yeah.
This album was an experience, a movie. It was sit down, and I did not expect it. I thought it was going to be, something more like a Bishop Gunn, a more swaggery kind of. I
Yeah.
didn't expect this seriously told, tongue-in-cheek story that these guys weave.
Yeah.
and it's masterful.
Yeah.
It's so well pieced, like piece A and piece B, C, C, D, E, all on. It just
Yeah.
if this was constructed by like Legos or something, it's perfect. It's
Yeah, it would be, you wouldn't be able to knock the house down.
yeah, because
Yeah.
everything belongs where it's at.
Yeah.
It's solid where it's at. It's You were right to pick this album. Maybe we shouldn't pick such a long one.
Yeah, I forgot that it was a double album, dude, when I
It
looked
kind of
at it.
worked
Yeah.
because
I
there
mean,
for a little bit
it
I
took us
was
a while to
getting,
get through it, right? Oh,
yeah, I was getting a
it's
little tired.
1:30. I mean, yeah.
Especially when we got to Shut Up and Get on the Plane,
Yeah.
because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, you know
Right,
what? I
dude. You're
feel
like,
this song. I'm about
yeah.
done. Just shut up and get on the plane.
Yeah, and then it's like, holy shit, maybe I need to stay on the plane for a little bit longer.
I wanted to
Yeah.
because they don't get off the plane. No,
No.
that's not true. They get
Yeah.
off the plane all
Yeah.
over the ground,
Worst
all over.
possible fucking way, yeah.
I love, even though that line is super, those lines, there's three of them, are
Yeah.
super, super, super visceral and heavy, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love what it did. And that might be the best way to encapsulate this whole album because the words are simple. Friends in the
Yeah.
swamp, friends on the ground, friends in the trees. Yay, I got friends everywhere, right?
Oh,
Or
shit. Yeah. No.
hey, my friends
No.
are all around. If
Yeah,
you
you
just
got
see that
friends
out of
everywhere, but not for the right reasons.
yeah, you see that out of context and you're like,
Yeah.
I could almost hear like Brain Stewart's Friends and Snakes. It's like a swing kind of, but if you listened at least to that song and you're paying attention and you get to that, it's like
Yeah.
this guy just gut punched everyone.
Yeah.
Just over something that happened friggin'
Yeah. I
however
mean,
many years ago.
it would have been almost 20 years when they started writing the album.
Yeah.
By the
So
time
why
it
should
came
I
out, it was
care?
2001, and to us it's I mean, it's the mythology of it. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing, dude. That stuff matters.
And
People's
he
legends,
hammered it
people's
home
yeah.
in a way that you shouldn't care, maybe, or at least don't understand, like the horror kind of not trash, because that's a bad thing, but that
Yeah.
stereotype, the way he discusses it, it's more like you don't understand.
Yeah.
Or let me use this real, I don't know, ability he has to show you this story. And
Yeah.
their name is the Drive-By Truckers. I didn't expect anything so sophisticated.
Yeah. No, I
Even
get it.
their name.
Yeah. It's all freaking deception until you dive into it.
Yeah,
It's like, wow.
it's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
It's a learning
It's to me, it's
lesson.
one of the most important albums in the Southern rock genre, whether people know it or not. You
Yes,
know?
it's a history lesson.
Yeah.
It's a fun history lesson
Yeah.
of the South.
Yep.
And the- it's, I don't know. It's just great. It was a big try, and
Yeah.
to me, it's a home run. Like
100%. Yeah.
this, even if it's not an album I ever listen to again, anytime anybody was to mention, oh, I like Storytell, oh, then you should
Shit.
hear this album.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely one
Definitely.
that's going to sit as a, oh, you like Americana? Do
Yep.
you now?
Yeah, I mean,
Listen.
and honestly, like you said, if you like storytelling, if you like Don McLean, if you like Jim Croce, if you like
Hmm.
Bob Dylan,
Hmm.
there's that in there for you. But then again, if you like bands like Uncle Tupelo
Yep.
or bands of that nature, what are there, Sun Volt or Counting Crows, it's that
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Or if you fucking like Leonard Skinner or
Hmm.
38 Special or Bad Company, you know
Yep.
what I mean? There's stuff in here, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah,
Because he's using whatever, Americana, honesty, grace, whatever these
yeah,
words that we've chose that fit so well, he's using it like almost like glasses. So we
yep,
get to
Yeah.
The way
Like,
he's filtering it through what, Americana?
yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
neat. It's like I wouldn't think you'd be able to filter blues through Americana because of the simpleness usually of
Right. Sure.
Americana. But
Sure. He did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I almost feel bad, like, because of the name of the podcast talking about this album.
oh
Because
right.
this album, in my
Doesn't
personal
suck.
opinion, yeah, there's no anyone who says this album sucks, I'm gonna
You don't like music.
question. Yeah, I don't feel like it's just my taste that this
No,
album is great.
because
I
this is
think
not my taste.
yeah,
It's
but
not. It
this
doesn't
album
have
does
the
not
things.
suck. Yeah,
Yeah. It doesn't
yeah,
have the things that I look for and like and gravitate toward the blues. And
yeah,
on paper, if you tried to describe what this is, I'd be like, nah, I'm not going to feel this at all. Right.
right,
It's cool. I get it, but I'm not going to feel it.
yeah,
That's not true.
yeah,
It was the opposite. He would say like one simple line, and I'd feel 4 or 5 branches of life.
yeah, dude. And that's what makes this album so good and so special and so fucking important to so many people. It's
Hmm.
just a fucking, it's a brilliant concept. It's well executed.
And I think it fits the name of the band too. Are
Yeah.
they just driving by? Are they
Mm.
just visiting? And they
Observant.
see
Yeah.
all of this?
Yeah.
Or are they from the South and they get in their trucks
Yeah.
and they go and
Yeah.
they bring it with them? Or are we tourists? Do they know that they're taking us, me and you, the listener, on
Right.
this journey? We're the tourists. They're taking us. They're the truck, because
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's got so many different, just like the songs, like there's
yeah,
so many different things you can get out of their name. There's so many different things you can
yeah.
get out of the songs.
It's inspiring. It's at least for the imagination.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because how many times did I say I could just sit back and feel,
Right.
have a snapshot, like cases, just a snapshot. But it's like I can feel how it sounds, why he's saying that. And then that last song is show stealer, showstopper.
Yeah.
That's
100%. I think
that's your
able to.
5-star match. That's your main event.
Yeah.
It's so well crafted, not just as a song, but as a bookend for a story, as a final chapter to a story, as the climax to a story, and it's just over.
Yeah.
There's nothing after it.
Yeah.
It's a crash.
It is Flair and Vader at
Hmm.
Starcade 93. you know, um,
I loved it. I loved
yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's a great album. What are you? Obviously, we should do something fucking shorter next week. This is the longest podcast possibly that we've ever done. We've
Yeah.
done over 3 hours.
Yeah, let's
It's
let's use these
wild.
last 15 minutes or so to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Q is down to do a Prince album, but I think
I would
maybe.
rather
Well, I'm
him.
thinking maybe I'll tell him this week, and then we'll do it the week after. You know,
Okay. So
because
he
he
wants to
called me
do a
for my
Prince album?
birthday. Called me for my birthday and wanted
Okay.
to do a
So
Prince
that's
album.
what he wants to do is a Prince album?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did you ask the if he has an album that's so deeply
Well, we'll
personal to
do
him?
parade. We'll do parade.
All right. Is that the one that's so deeply personal to Q?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I am so looking forward to just
It'll be fun.
it's not going to be Icon and it will be a little bit because I will always respect Q as
Yeah, yeah,
my veteran that he's earned.
yeah.
But I've never, I mean, I've talked to him a bunch, but I've never been able to sit down at this level and because we really kind of pick up not each other's mental things, but our own little, and it'd be
Right.
interesting to hear Q's thoughts and
Yeah,
what he hears in the music. And yeah, I think
yeah,
it'll be fun to get around to doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are we gonna do
Absolutely.
next week if we're gonna do
I don't know. You got anything in mind?
a couple? We could do. What do you want to do? What kind of music do you want to go with?
I'm open, man.
You know what? We were talking about Pepper Keenan. Let's do Down since you don't know
Okay,
that
let's
album.
fucking do down. All right, let's do it. We were gonna do it, and then we skipped it
Mhm.
to do Adam Rich. So let's fucking do it. Let's do down.
Yeah, let's do that because there's culture stuff surrounding it. You know, it's very
Yeah,
pro weed culture.
right
It
on.
sounds like weed, so that's going to be an interesting thing to
It
explore.
sounds like weed. All
The
right, yeah,
fact that it came out in the early 90s for what
yeah.
it is neat. The fact that you've not heard it.
Have
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, let's do
All right, cool.
Downs
We'll
Noble.
do down. All right, sweet. Let's do it. So yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately, what's going to happen, you kind of mentioned it on this album, and then it's
yeah.
also going to happen on Down. It's like, how can we talk about these great albums and then turn around and say my taste in music sucks?
Fair, very
Well,
fair.
because mine does, but that's
Yeah,
okay. I suck too. It's life. Whatever. Fuck off. I'm good with it.
yeah. It shit happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thank you, Nate, for producing this and getting it up for us.
You guys should go
Thank-
check Nate out. He's doing a bunch. He's doing these
yeah,
cool videos. He really has a sense for this kind of TikTok fast information flash kind of. I don't know, it's just neat. You guys should go check out the stuff he's doing
yeah. He's got a book coming out. Well, when it comes out, we'll be sure to really plug it. He's got a book coming out, and
about his story.
yeah. Well, it's
Yeah, yeah.
called I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like thoughts that he has. So it's not really autobiographical, but there is stuff about his life in it.
Right.
So it's a book of what's in his brain.
I always thought
So
it'd be neat to go back and write my own biography, but
yeah,
be honest and smartass about it. Stuff
right.
like, why was I listening to so much emo bullshit? My parents are great. My parents are great. My
Yeah,
brothers and sisters, great. I live in suburban America. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
trying
When I
to,
was 22, I started writing my autobiography, and I got bored with it.
yeah,
I probably should have because now I can't remember shit,
yeah.
and
My
now I've
imagination is
had more
better than
life.
my
You
life.
know, so yeah, I've had more life now, so I could actually write some stuff, but I don't remember half of
I
it.
think it's all on how you relate, right? Because if we
Yeah,
sat down and I wanted to write about bicycling over to this girl's house, Tracy was her name,
yeah,
and I don't know, listening to Blind Mountain, no one cares, right?
right,
But if you
right.
love music, the way we bring up these things, it's always the vibe, right? You feel it
Absolutely.
riding your
Yeah, yeah,
bike with your fucking Discman, trying not to skip that bitch
yeah.
because you looked
Right,
at it funny and it skipped. It's
right.
such a core shared experience of humanity.
Yeah, definitely. I think my younger days of living out in the middle of nowhere but wanting to be somewhere
Mm,
shaped a lot of my determination because I would walk for like 4 hours just to go hang out with people
I've
and
done
shit
that,
like
yeah.
that, dude. Like, yeah, craziness. But yeah,
Because
anyway,
I'm
like I was
insane.
saying,
I'm
yeah,
not normal.
same, dude. Yeah, that's clear.
The best people aren't.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thank you to everybody who listens to this thing. If you've made it this far, we have it's hit almost 4 hours at this point. So
It's a big album.
yeah, it's a
Lot to
giant
touch
album,
on.
man. So I hope we did it justice. I hope that people we were interesting enough that people want to stick around and listen to it and want to check it out.
If
Uh,
not, if they didn't listen to me or you, at least, very least, listen
yeah,
to this album.
go listen to the album, man. But and like and subscribe. I don't ever say that
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
but
he's doing a whole
let's
thing.
yeah, let's build us a little bit, man. Let's get us some more subscribers. Let's get us some more shares. Let's,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
I'm not a
why
like
not?
and subscribe guy. I'm not going to get involved with the numbers. I
Yeah,
can't. I'm a post and ghost guy.
yeah,
But what I would like is share. That's what this is all about.
sure. Yeah,
Share it so you can let somebody else sit back and go, "Oh God, I did that too.
yep,
I felt that too." And it's just share it.
for sure, man. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here now because we've been talking for a long time, and I want to go eat some bagels and watch some TV.
Me
So,
too. I haven't watched Daredevil yet.
right on. All right, so everybody, we'll catch y'all next week. Thank you so much, man. me turn this thing off.
Yeah.
Recording.
What a big album, man.
Why won't it stop? Do I have to flip it? Oh, stupid.
I mean,
Okay.
if I just did leave, would it stop?
Yeah, but I got it now.